Jez at 80, the mic gets lit. Dropping facts so sharp, every word a hit. Gaming grind, it's a house of truth. Calling out the nonsense, no need for proof. Sound bites popping, jokes get thrown. Echoes in the chamber like a well-aimed stone. Conversations crisp, no fluff, just real. This grindhouse cooks, every topic's a meal.
Welcome to the grindhouse, pull up a seat. Gaming true, serve hot, never miss a beat. Bullshit's getting called, no room for lies. Just got the facts, watch the sparks fly high. Welcome to the grindhouse, pull up a seat. Gaming true, serve hot, never miss a beat. Bullshit's getting called, no room for lies. Just got the facts, watch the sparks fly high.
Topics spin round like a retro disc. Each convo precise, no chance they miss. From consoles to clicks, every realm explored. Grindhouse vibes keeps the crew on board. Musical drops, comedic flow, just turns the heat up, let the knowledge show. Gaming content, it's a buffet spread. Grindhouse fam, stay 2 steps ahead.
Welcome to the grindhouse, pull up a seat. Gaming true, serve hot, never miss a beat. Bullshit getting called, no room for lies. Just got the facts, watch the sparks fly high.
Yo, yo, yo. What's up, Grinders? How you doing? Sorry, I had some stuff going down, and my dashboard and stuff got all messed up, and my topic list got all messed up. So sorry about that, Grinders. Sorry to keep you waiting, but hit that like button. We got some things to talk about. But my God, yeah, Windows, wonderful Windows, and all of our all my setups and everything like that, all messing up. So there you go. But there it is. Oh, but the topic list was a mess. I had to fix it, and then it got all messed up. And then now, finally got there. So I'm still trying to scramble around, get some things over here. Let me get the chat up here on the side. Sorry about that. Let me get the pop out here. There we go, so I can see what everybody's saying and who is here. Hopefully everybody's having a good night, man, and get ready. We're gonna be cooking. Yo, these topics got me rolling. Got me rolling. We're gonna get you rolling as well, man. So we'll be cooking. And shout out to Michael Meridian for starting us off with the VIPs in the house. Thank you so much, Michael Meridian, with the 5 VIPs hitting us up and getting our day started this evening. Shout out to you. Got VC, Doom Decay, All Day is Good, and Homie One Kenobi and Henzo. Thank you. Let's get those up. Let me get the VIPs up there. Yo. There we go. We're on our way. 13 more. We're on there for a VIP gaming choice. Oh, man. Getting close. Getting nervous. No more baby steps, please. Please, Grinders. I just beg. If we hit that goal, don't make me play baby steps. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, my goodness. But, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're ready to go. Yeah, and I'll put a goal. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I will give out some members as well. We'll do all the colors. We'll do this 2 hours. There we go. I see I'm still doing this stuff. Sorry, that whole thing just messed up. Bear with me, to Grinders. There we go. There we go. All right. Now we're good. Now we're good cooking. I got all my things set up there. Woo, let's shout out to everybody coming on in here. Sorry for the rough start, man. It's the holidays. There we go. Zapmondo, Nick is in the house. We got Tehran. We have, who else? Wild Wolf. We have Fabrizzle, Mango, Neil, Michael Meridian in the house. Can't forget Phil and Booty's Faces when Astrobot won Game of the Year. Dude, they know they'll never see it again, ever again. Diablo Dark Matter in the house. Ron in the house. MMC, Mike. We got Wild Wolf. Albert Gouchard, VC. We have Nassim, J. Shell. Just wait. Nan, where's that next playground? He says, oh, man. You know, Ron MC, hey, Gaming Grindhouse without the Jez as part of the name. When we all play PlayStation, everyone wins. For Brizzle says, Jez, open the gates. Yeah, sorry about that. So, yeah. So let's get into these topics because this is going to be a humdinger of a show. I'll tell you that right now because these topics are craziness and what has gone on. You know, and again, I scared myself. Yo, what's up, JB Cat? He said bootleg Jez got roasted today. Dude, he gets roasted every day. He's scrambling around. He has to stay alive. We talk about. Oh, we said his name. The bootleg trying to spin the holidays. Lunchi, what's up?
Another one.
Oh, that bootleg. He has to spin everything, man. Dude, it's getting bad. It's getting bad. But you know what? While it gets bad over there, let's talk about just briefly about what I was playing over the weekend. If you missed it, listen, if you're new here, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I demand you to the Gaming Grindhouse. Let's get those. I don't even know where I'm at with the 3,200. Let's get 3,200 by the end of the year. Only need 50 more, 53 or something like that more. So hit that subscribe button. Let's get that 3,200. Maybe I'll do something special. I don't know. Maybe I'll do something special. I'm excited about what I don't know I'm going to do. Oh, man. Thank you, Phil. But, yeah, so I got into the Marvel Tokon beta, and, I played it. I played it over the weekend, and, dude, it is, I'm telling you, that thing's ready. Like, polish-wise and gameplay-wise, I'm telling you right now, that thing is ready. I think it's ready. It definitely needs some tweaks. I just filled out the survey. See what I mean? I told you, I'm not lying when my topic lists don't work. Hold on, I gotta fix it. Say what I mean? Say what I mean, Grinders? I'm not lying when I told you the thing's not working. Hold on, I gotta fix my topics. Bring the topics down to here. My topics are going over there. So I had to create a whole new one. There we go. Yeah. So, listen, I like Miss Marvel. That's my favorite. But let me, just to kind of briefly speak about the mechanics, because that's always the thing. Like, you could see the art, the animation is absolutely incredible. The smoothness of the game, the menu systems, the way it flows, dude, that they got that down. The gameplay, the fighting mechanics, it's down. All right, there's definitely some tweaks they need to do balance-wise, but the characters, they had 8 characters in the beta, and Marvel's my favorite. But just to break down the things, a lot of the controls that are default are for the basically the controller. So like, you're not using R1 and R2 for like heavy attack or anything like that. What's up, Super Hemi? How you doing, man? Liquid Data in the house. Impatient Fire, what's up? He says, a token for the win. Zephon says, Spidey is so fun. Yeah, I like Ms. Marvel. I like her, and I like her balance with her and Iron Man, and then I was rocking with Storm and Captain America. That was like my team. Spidey was annoying me with that Spidey sense where he would like do that dodge Spidey thing. But one of the key things in here is that the right trigger is like your power moves, and then your left trigger kind of like uses some call-ins and things like that. The X button actually is right there to call in your teammates to do tags. But what I thought was really cool was that when you knock people across the map into other parts of the map, you actually gain a character. So your team builds up. You only start with 2. And then if you knock them into another part of the area, now the X-Men Mansion doesn't have that. I did put that in the feedback. But when you kick them into another area, you actually gain a person. So, like, if you knock them a couple of times off the map into other rooms, you could gain your full team in the first round. So you'll have your full team at your disposal that you could swip into and do moves and combos and stuff. Which, if you lose, you get a team member. So I liked how they made you build up the teams, which is really cool. A good way of doing the 4v4 balance, I think, fighting, that it wasn't just this craziness 4v4. It kind of like builds up, and actually there's a gameplay strategy to get your team built up faster, which I thought was really cool. So it's not just knocking somebody into the other window and, just for an effect or extra damage. It actually has a gameplay element to it where you get an Avenger, you get a team member on your team with it, which I thought was really cool. I wasn't aware of that. That crossover that you just saw there was another key factor that I put in the feedback, was we needed a better defensive tutorial. I don't think they was really good on the defense tutorial, showing how to get out of this kind of getting whooped up in the corner of the wall. I kind of learned that you just hold, you have to have patience. If you're trying to attack while you're getting smashed in the wall, pause, Phil. That you basically you hold the button to block, and then you want to hit your X and square button to do a counter, and you maybe sometimes do a counter three-person strike there. So there's definitely a lot of strategy, but it's very easy to do some crazy moves right off the bat. You don't have to learn a lot of button combos, sort of like your right trigger is your specials. You don't need to learn that. You really just got to learn the mechanics of the game. And one of the other things that I said was a criticism was the meters. They really don't explain what the meters are, but just to let you know, the bottom meter down here is sort of like your specials. If you get up to 50, you could then do a special. If you get up to 100, you could do a super special. And then if you do 150, 200, you could start doing chains with, like, you do a special, your teammate does a special, 3 specials you do in a row. So everybody does their kind of special, and then there's their big one, which is pretty cool. Like Storm has these meters down there. Again, they needed a better explanation as to what these meters are for what these characters do. The green meter, I'm assuming, is your X button to help. Like somebody comes in and tags in to do a move. That's what I believe the green meters are. But again, that's my thoughts on it with that. But overall, man, they have a lobby system that I'll be very excited to see what characters they're going to put in the game. And also, what if they have a story mode, like the backgrounds and animations are absolutely incredible. The startup is so cool, and they really got it down, dude. Like the polish in this thing was so good. It really just needs a couple of tweaking. And I know it's just a beta and it's the second beta, but it is addicting in the sense of, like, you want to do all these crazy combos, and you don't need to memorize all the characters things. And there was some lag, like, see, there's some lag there. This guy I was playing, he was on McDonald's Wi-Fi, and that was the only dropout I had for like 4 hours of playing. So and then this is the multiplayer lobby here, and you walk around with your avatar and stuff. But again, I'm playing this, I'm like, this beta, dude, I'm like, this thing's ready to go. Like, they do some tweaking here and add the rest of the game to it. And wait till they do an open beta. The other criticism I had too was I think for the beta, they should have a room for, like, us newbies coming on to kind of learn the ropes. Like, they kind of just throw you into it, and you're playing people who already had access to the previous beta, the pros who had access to early. Like, they kind of just mix mash everything there. So I would hope that they have like a beginner's lobby in the sense of doing that, and also some sort of casual lobby where you could get like 4 or 5 of the grinders in there, and we could just kind of put our quarters up top on the top of the machine, old school style, and play just going through rounds. So hopefully they add that, and not like with some casual lobby rank, so it's not just all through that that interface of running around to the arcades. So that was just a couple of things there. JCO says what? Facts 100%. What do you say? It was probably you doing what? Everybody's talking about Linux in the chat. Glassdoor Gaming with the 2. He goes, Xbox Magnus projection. Bend over one last time. Dude, we will talk about that. We're just warming it up, baby. And think about this show. If we're warming things up by talking about Marvel Token, you know this is going to be fire. You know this is going to be a fire show if this is what we're starting with. Because, it's cooking season. And I mean, we're still eating turkey here. And I have to say, the characters they got there, I like the balance of them. I do think that, Spidey, Miss Marvel, I really liked her moves and stuff like that. I think Iron Man's a little slower and definitely a little harder to control, but he has some cool beams and things like that. Captain America has great moves. I didn't really play that much with Doctor Doom, but I used Spidey, I used Miss Marvel, and Storm and Captain America. That was kind of like my team. Ghost Rider 2, he's pretty awesome, man. And I gotta say, like, the specials, let's see if I just grab one before we move on. I just want to show you some of their, like, special moves, because the animation on those moves is friggin' phenomenal. And they got different moves depending on, is this it? Like, let me see if I could find one. Like, Ghost Rider's like hitting you with his car and stuff like that. Let me see if I could find somebody's special. I think it was early on. Yeah, like, see, he has like Web Warrior, Spider-Man's. So yeah, so this guy hit like double on me, this person. He hit 2 specials in a row. Like, I think he hit me with Spider-Man special is I think this one. Yeah, because he had 100 points. So I think, was this it? Yeah, see, he has that's Captain America's. Those are the small ones, and then he linked Spider-Man's move. Now that's not Spider-Man's ultimate. That's like his just like his 50 move. And I was playing on the Pro, by the way, and it looked so clean. I was playing, you know, I play on the full projector, 4K projector and stuff like that, and yeah, it was clean. And the connections are pretty good. But yeah, very impressed from it. Definitely can't wait. It's ready to go. Hopefully it comes out early in the year. I can't see this thing coming out past June. Like, this thing got to come out the first half of the year. I think a couple more play tests, maybe one in January, and then get the release date out there for it. So definitely good. And the music's freaking awesome too. They can play some of the music. And they don't have the English dubs in it either right now. They're all speaking Japanese.
This is like, the one good thing is, like, you gotta figure out, like, getting out of the corners, dude.
Yeah, once I figure that out.
Yeah, like, beginners.
Let me see if I get to it.
Yep. All right, I got you. I'm feeling it now. I'm feeling the blocking. The hell? Hey, that was not fair. He was beating up on Storm.
And they got one meter too. That was another thing in the feedback. Was like, everybody doesn't have a fresh meter. Like, you kind of have like a double meter, and that's about it.
With their combos and what they do.
Which I think there was a really good balance from. There was a really good balance because a lot of the matches came down to like somebody having like me or the other teammate or the other guy having like a little bit of energy left, but he was able to turn it around and win. So I think the damage, the aggro, like all the damage effects and stuff like that, I think are really well balanced in the sense that, you know, you look like you're beating that, like, yo, oh my God, I'm done, man. That guy just hit me with like a combo, and you look like you got roasted, like you're done. But you look and say it only took like half your energy away, so it kind of keeps you in the game. And it's very superhero-esque fighting. Like, there's these huge crazy moves that you're like, yo, if this was like regular people, their meter will be out. But the fact is, like, they will do these crazy combos, and then you'll look and say, hey, dude, I still have like a half a energy left. I still have a half a meter left. And you'll kind of come back and stuff like that. So I thought that was really interesting, the way they did the damage effects. Like, you see these huge spectacles and you think like you're done. Like, oh, he hit a super on me, I'm done. And meanwhile, a combo with a super and you're like, oh, no, I still got half my ball left. I'm like, oh, damn. So that was really cool too, because it kind of keeps you in the fight. So I thought that was cool. Storm had some crazy moves, man. She has all different effects. Like, she could do like a Sub-Zero type of freezing somebody. She could hit him with electricity. She could do like she does a lot of the wind moves and things like that. But I think I got into Storm near the end. Yeah, I'll do some Storm here. She was pretty damn cool. Yeah, because she has some really cool combos, and she has a separate meter on herself too, on that one. But she has a lot of area effects. She even does the wind and stuff like that, like on the full map and stuff like that. That's right. See, the Unknown says played it. This is the real deal, man. They beta reveal like 8 new characters at the Tokyo Game Show. Yeah, at the TGA, the Game Awards. Oh yeah, maybe they announced the release date at the Game Awards. I would definitely. That'd be awesome. April, book it. Michael Beridian says, dude. And that PlayStation Fight Stick. That's right. Luke's Blade says the PlayStation Fight Stick comes out too, dude. Yeah, you're right. That comes out too. Which that's gonna be, oh man, those things. And also those Pulse speakers. The Pulse speakers. She's really cool. But yeah, it really has its own unique play style. Like, it's a combination in the sense of like, you got these crazy Link combos. Yeah, I knocked them, and now I'll get another Avenger. Somebody would join my team because I did that on there. But now some levels don't have that interaction. And also the levels change. Like, you'll see like on the X-Men level, like there's like the Sentinels like changing and the ground breaks and stuff like that. So like the levels and stuff that's going on is really cool too. And the comic book kind of thing, when you knock them into another level, is always, that doesn't get old, man. That is pretty cool. Yeah, see, I'm getting my specials in there. Web Warrior, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, these like, yeah, that's that whole part, throwing them into the stuff. It really is a really cool superhero-esque fighting that I really think they did a great job on it. And the reversals, like, yeah. And the fact that you bring them in for tagging, and then if you hold the button, you'll switch to them. And if you see that, well, there was one last other strategy I wanted to talk about. If you see like their soul, like you'll see like a little like orange beam come out of the person and into somebody else. It is a really cool strategy to do that. It's another level of strategy that you can do, is because now I'm gonna show it right here. But what's cool is like they'll be fighting, so I'll have somebody here fighting, and then if you hold, see it says hold. Like when they come in, you'll see it says, see how you just switch to him? So like what you'll do is you'll have a character get called in with X. They will do a move and hit them. You will hit them, or they will go after you. Like if Iron Man will jump and hit Storm, and then meanwhile, as he's hitting Storm, I hold X, and that little soul thing goes to Spider-Man. You could just like chain him and catch him off guard. You could kind of also like flank him. And I was doing that a couple of times where when I noticed my character call-in was behind the person, I would then switch to my character. I'll switch to the person I called in and do like a flank or like a ping pong you could do to somebody. So like you could see, so like if he jumped and hit Iron Man here, or he jumped and hit Miss Marvel, like as of this time, player 2 could switch to Iron Man while Miss Marvel's getting hit. And then basically you could control Iron Man, so then when Spider-Man lands, you could just bash him up. So there's strategy in switching your characters too, tagging in and out. Because see how he just switched to her? I did that a couple of times. Like I'll be in midair and they jump up to hit me, and then I'll call my person in, and then I'll switch to them on the ground. And then when they land, I'm controlling the person on the ground and hitting them. Really cool. And again, only a weekend beta. So imagine the skills and the combos of characters and stuff that you get to do as this game develops. And this is only just the beta on it, and we haven't seen, and the story will be awesome. I can't wait. If they put a story mode in here, that'd be lit. That'd be great, but we'll see what they do. But yeah, definitely I fill out the survey feedback, and we'll see how it goes. But Grind is definitely a gem, and I can't wait to play that game when it releases sometime next year on that one. So Wild Wolf, you could only switch. So when you call in somebody, if you come in and do a move, but while they're in the playing field and they're doing their move or their animation, you could hold the X button and switch to them. So like you don't tag them in. You basically you're using square and circle as your attacks. Square and circle, and then right trigger, 2 super moves, right? So you got square and circle, and then what you do is X, which is right on the face right there, is your tag button. Like so you basically are like hitting circle, 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 and then at the end of your combo, you could hit X, and then the other person will continue that combo, and then you could hold X to control that person and then keep going with that combo. So it's really a strategy. Like the tag is actually part of the combos, which is pretty. Assist the tags, exactly. Thank you, Zatmondo. But yeah, so like you could do an assist, but as they're doing the assist, you could hit a tag. So you could kind of string your team together, and then you could string specials together if you build up enough meter on the bottom. So there's a lot of strategy in it where how you use your character. They could come in and do an assist at high, assist low. So you could hit somebody high and then have hit down X, and they'll come in and do a hit low on there. So like, it's really like an extension of your character, where it's not like Marvel versus Capcom, where you call them in, they do a move, and then you just hold the button and they just swap out. You swap them in real time, and they could get hit as they're getting swapped. So like I said, I switched them up a little bit. So it was pretty cool. Really awesome. Game I couldn't believe how polished and how smooth it was for online beta, and how well it worked. Now, Grinders, let's get into the juicy. Where's my juicy? We're getting into some juicy goodness right now because we got a new studio.
Juicy, dirty flames.
Yes, build your combo with assist.
Juicy, dirty, juicy, dirty, juicy.
Oh, man. Hit that like button.
Xbox.
Juicy. And Ron's here, see?
Hey, Ron.
You coming
Where
here?
are you?
Trying to start some crap.
Ron right now?
He's right there.
No Ron, huh?
He's cheering for Donkey Kong Bowls. He got him. So as we're getting ready for the show, as I was getting the thumbnails ready, Bloomberg, Jason Schreier has broken some news. Grinders. If you haven't noticed from the thumbnail, and if you haven't noticed from coming to the Gaming Grindhouse, it's looking dire for Microsoft and Xbox. It is on its breaths. Like it is really like if you ever saw the movie what is it, Dr. Sleep, and the breaths are coming out of them as they're seeking in the breaths. Xbox is on the breaths right now that they're trying to just get their last ones in. When it's bad, and you think it's as bad as a perfect... When I saw the word Perfect Dark and Jason Schreier, I'm like, oh no, what is this? And when I read this, earlier this year, Jason Schreier broke the news that Take-Two was close to rescuing Xbox's Perfect Dark, but the deal fell apart. Remember when Perfect Dark got shut down and they were done with the initiative? They said no initiative for you. And then after that, they go, okay, well, Take-Two said we will make the game, Xbox. And Microsoft was like, no, because we don't know about the long-term use of the IP, and for whatever, it got canned again. They killed Perfect Dark twice. It was a perfect double shot. They made sure they did a double shot on that one, double tap. That's what they did. They said, they treated Perfect Dark like a zombie in that zombie movie. Double tap them. They're like, Perfect Dark, boom. Oh, they're getting up again, boom, boom. Make sure they knock them out. Like, make sure Perfect Dark doesn't happen. Make sure it does not happen at all. So they did a double tap to Perfect Dark. Even when the 2K was going to come back and try to make it happen. So now, we're sitting here, and just when you think Xbox goes low and double tapping and knocking the hell out Perfect Dark because they thought it was coming back to life, they're like, nope, get back down there. We want you dead. Now, when they go low, it gets even lower.
Lower. How low can you go?
Well, if it's Microsoft and Xbox, they go pretty damn low. Just when, and I don't understand why this always happens. It's like, worst case, you're like, damn, that really sucks. And then Microsoft finds a way to make it even suck even more. When you're like, yo, this is the end. It's like, no, man, we got some new endings for you. And these are not good endings. Now he reports today, right before the Grindhouse opened their doors and you guys were banging on them, a new development in that Take-Two has hired studio head Daryl Gallagher and director Brian Horton to start a brand new studio within 2K. Whoa, yo. I'm like, they have hired Daryl Gallagher and they've took the remnants of the initiative and brought them in to make a new studio within 2K and work on a new game. They got this, they got the talents anyway.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
So
Holy
not only,
Spirit,
like,
activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate.
Holy Spirit, thank you. Holy Spirit, yes. Hands in the air. Microsoft celebrated Daryl Gallagher being part of the Microsoft Xbox Family Initiative and ran his name a studio head by Daryl Gallagher, a studio head by the initiative by Daryl Gallagher. We're not messing around. We have Daryl Gallagher making a game. The bots all over the place. Daryl Gallagher is making a game from infamous Rise of the Tomb Raider. Daryl Gallagher, they just like to talk about who they had. Remember all the lunches and brunches and all the other shit they did? Remember all that? Remember, we're with the devs, we're brunch. Remember? The studio head meeting, where was it? Xbox studio heads meet for lunch. They were, oh, look who we got. Oh my God. There were pictures of them on the, where were they? The Xbox studio, where is it? The Xbox studio head meetings. Dude, they were like the who's who, like, we're hiring everybody. Got to meet everybody. Xbox studio head meetings. Bonnie's here. Bonnie was there. All the people they have. Where I gotta find this thing. Where is the Xbox studio heads meeting? Like, yeah, they were all over the place. Look who we got. Daryl Gallagher's here. All they loved is just talking about who they had. Who was part of Microsoft. Welcome to the family. We're all the studio heads, and you know, we're at a meeting. Here they are again. Look at them. Look at them posing. Yeah, I can't even get it because of friggin' ads. Look at them. They're all posing. Here they are. Look at all the pictures. Look. We got Kojima. They're standing over here. They're standing up. Look at pictures. Picture me. Oh, here they are. Look at Matt Booty dropping the shit over here. Look at all of them. Happy to be part of the team. Look at Phil Ness over here. Yeah, happy to be part of the team. Dude, we met them all for brunch and lunch. Look with Kojima. All they did was run around with Daryl Gallagher and the initiative. This is what they're doing. Like, and the fact that they canceled the initiative, they shut down a guy's studio after all those years. They canceled Perker Doc, make sure it dead twice. And now they can't even retain their talent. They can't even keep Daryl Gallagher and repurpose him on something. This is what I'm telling you now. Everyone listening. The moves that they're making are not indicative of a company that wants to make games, that wants to build out anything worth of gaming. All they talk about is where you can play and more hardware, and Sarah Bond running her mouth. That's all they're doing. But when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, they're shutting down studios, and the fact that they're not even repurposing the talent that was there, that was hired, like even when they had Blizzard and all those people that let go, like they're not repurposing anybody, like even Toys for Bob. They left. They're like, yep, we're going, like and shutting down these studios and not thinking anything of the Perfect Dark IP and not thinking of its value and having Rare nuded down to just make honey and Sea of Thieves updates and nothing with Banjo, which I played over the weekend from a thing. Dude, everything that they're doing is not indicative of a company that has all these IPs and had this talent under their roof, on their payroll. And the fact that they can't reuse it shows that these people were never there to do anything. Who even knows if he would have been around after Perfect Dark released? Just like they got rid of Hi-Fi Rush, like, thank you, Hi-Fi, goodbye. And now somebody else picks up the pieces. You know, here's the people that released what is it? The friggin' Redfall. Toodaloo. Thank you. Who even knows what happens with Hellblade 2 after that? You think Hellblade 3 is coming? They're not building on these franchises. They didn't even build DLC for Hellblade 2. The roadmap for Avowed, which we covered last week, sucked ass. And the fact that they can't even keep Daryl Gallagher, and he's gone, and 2K hired him. And Brian Horton to make a new studio for 2K. Within 2K, Take-Two, the Rockstar only, we released NBA and GTA. NBA and GTA, that's all they do. Hell, they found use for Daryl Gallagher when Microsoft couldn't. This is some crazy ass shit. And they're sitting here as an Xbox watching this going like, oh, they care about the gamers. They want to make games and gamers and the next Xbox and games. Dude, the talent is hemorrhaging out of the door. There is no talent. They can't keep any. They don't want to keep anybody. For a company that owns all this IP, dude, they own so much. Bethesda's, ZeniMax's, Activision's, all the shit that they had, Banjo and Rare. And they are neutering people left and right, kicking them out to the curb. Halo Studios is Halo ass. Like, done. They're remaking the first game on Unreal. I don't even know if they're going to be able to make it to the third game by the time Microsoft's done with them. It is crazy that they hoarded up all this IP and they're getting rid of all the talent that they celebrated for all these years to glaze the Xbox fans to think that they gave a shit just to kick them to the curb. Like, you think, like, okay, well, the initiative didn't work out. Maybe we'll use Daryl Gallagher to give us that kind of adventure game and something long. Nope, he's gone too, because now he's out of there. They let him, he's gone. He went with the studio. They have no vision of creating games. No vision. You come here, you're working on something, wrap it up, because when you're done, we're done with you. Unless we could get you repurpose some AI horse shit, we're done with you. Because they have no intent of making games. Because all the shit that they're doing, this guy wanted, Daryl Gallagher, he's not, oh yeah, he done, he retiring. Dude, no, he's hungry, man. He wants to make a game. He's been cruising along on Microsoft lunches. He wants a game. And you couldn't help him find one. You couldn't work with him and help out with a studio or make him make a different game. Like, no, they want nothing to do with them. They are thinning the herd. And there's even some rumors today about what Satya is saying that, dude, and it's exactly what Tim Dog said on this show. He said January is going to be a bloodbath. January is going to be a friggin' bloodbath. And I think we'll see the next phase of the neutering of video game studios from Microsoft. It's going to be a bloodbath. But this, I can't believe it. That 2K hired him. And what's crazy is that 2K probably wanted to use him and Brian Horton to continue Perfect Dark. And Microsoft said, no, we'll take that IP and kill it. Let him make a new game. 2K was going to make Perfect Dark happen with Daryl Gallagher. They weren't going to give it to something like the NBA studios. They were going to make probably Daryl Gallagher continue this. And Microsoft said, no thanks, we'll keep Perfect Dark and let it rot to hell. That is some greedy ass bullshit. And that is a company that just hoards IP and they're just going to let this shit die with them. Because they have no intention of doing anything with this IP that they went out. And this is the thing. They went out and took it away from everybody else. That's the thing. They went out there and spent billions of dollars to take it away so nobody else could get it and use it against them just to hoard it and run away. It's like the little kid that took it. I got a ball and he's going to take his game ball and go home and nobody could play basketball. Here comes little Timmy with the basketball. Let's game up, baby. All right, let's go, let's go. Oh, no, somebody blocked Timmy, and now Timmy's mad. Timmy takes his ball and goes, now nobody plays basketball. I'm going home. He comes out there, little Timmy, and he goes, you know what? I'm done with all you. I'm taking my basketball and going home.
Very calm down to this. A bump in the road comes, and she's be sarcastic. I won't be coming back until Saturday when you leave. She's gonna try to stop me, but she can't run in those little high heels. Never see this face again.
Exactly. It's diabolical. They had the balls. Like, I see everybody in the chat, Warawana. They had the balls to say, let us spend all this money so we could compete. Yeah, they could compete by taking it away from anybody else that wanted to use it and could possibly use it against them. That's why they went out there and grabbed Call of Duty, grabbed these games. And that's why you think they're advancing Call of Duty. You think they're making Call of Duty better? No, they just said, now I own Call of Duty so nobody else can. And now we're just going to milk the shit out of it until it rots. That's why we're not done. People are like, oh, the console war's over. Bullshit. This is not about the console war anymore. This is about them shitting up the place and wasting gaming space and hurting our thing because they took all this IP from the gaming world to not do shit with it. That's what pisses me off. They went out of their way, fought legal courtroom documents, had some bozo making pie charts talking about how they wanted to compete so they could take IP away from everybody else so they could control it and let that shit rot to fucking hell. That's what they're doing. They consolidated all this shit. Starfield, the game of the generation. You want to know what? I bet you if Microsoft didn't own them, Pete Hines would have made sure that game was the game of the generation. You want to know why? Because Starfield would pay his bills and keep ZeniMax happy and Bethesda around. But because Microsoft gave them the parachute, they put Starfield out in Star Bitch and made that thing face down, ass up in a goddamn moon hole. Because they had the power of Game Pass to protect them. This is why I hated what they did and what they are doing. And people thought this was good for gaming. How many dopey bastards were telling you that the Activision, this is great for gaming. Great for gaming. Look at what they're doing. Oh, Microsoft's buying studios. Look at what they're doing. They buy all this IP. They own Doom, Elder Scrolls, Fallout, forever, dude. Call of Duty. They own all this IP. Perfect Dark, Banjo Kazooie, Conker. Did nothing. And they took it all away to do nothing with it. And the fact that they didn't let Perfect Dark exist shows that they don't give a flying fuck about Perfect Dark. They don't care. Meanwhile, they cared so much to make it a Game Awards announcement. And you can tell I'm bitter. When it comes to Perfect Dark, that's one of my favorite franchises. I liked Perfect Dark a lot when Nintendo had it. And I was excited when the 360 had it. It wasn't the Perfect Dark that I thought it was going to be, but it was something. And the fact they did nothing. And then they took Conker and they did nothing with Conker. It is just disgusting. And then you look and you see what I played like in Dreams. In Dreams, this thing is blown up. Somebody made in PlayStation Dreams, they made a Banjo and Kazooie game because Microsoft can't. Made a whole Banjo Kazooie friggin'
Going back there.
experience. Game is
Going back there.
Microsoft could never. Xbox could never.
Where is he? That's right. We'll
It's
get you this
blowing
time.
up in Dreams.
Now I got you.
In
Your buddy's here
Dreams.
too.
This is not a
Booba, get
PC
in
mod.
there.
This is not no goddamn basement I created. This is made with a PlayStation Dreams with a DualShock
Dude, the
DualShock
mechanics
4.
they put in this thing is crazy.
Made with a DualShock 4 controller. And this game is blowing up. He made it for money? No. Made it in Dreams. In friggin' Dreams, in a PlayStation 4 game. This was made. And it is the most competent game. Dude, they have all these mysteries, all these hidden things. The controls are tight. The animation's crazy. The music, the menus, the dynamic. It's crazy. And Xbox can never. Instead, they put Banjo and Kazooie in Super Smash Brothers. Watch Nintendo fans drop their pants and cry. And people crying that they did it. And they never brought back that franchise at all. Like, if the people's reaction at Nintendo headquarters of how they reacted to Banjo coming to Smash Brothers, how do you not sit there and go, dude, let's bring back Banjo?
You're my #1 customer.
Stop with the Sea of Thieves updates. Let's start making a Banjo game. Let's start doing it. And no. Nope. This was made in Dreams and blowing up.
Get him, Banjo. Give him a surprise. I gotta unlock
The transformation, the whole story. They even have like craziness.
Let's go the other way.
an underwater
That's 7 of them.
music. It's insane. In dreams, made in dreams.
Oh, I'm sure there's something up here.
And Microsoft can never, because if you make great games, nothing will turn around, right, Phil?
Oh wait, what's in here?
But we kill franchises. That's going to turn things
here?
around. It's just so crazy, and the fact that they're killing Perfect Dark again.
I see commentary that if you just build great games, everything would turn around. It's just not true that if we go off and build great games, all of a sudden you're going to see console share shift in some dramatic way. We lost the worst generation to lose in the Xbox One generation, where everybody built their digital library of games.
And there's the Phil Ness. Console sales turn around. But the thing is that they're not even talking about console sales anymore. But to do what they want to do with Xbox, they need to have great games. And that's where the Phil Ness bullshit comes in, because the thing is that in order for them to succeed in Game Pass, to succeed in the Xbox ecosystem and bringing Xbox to PC, in order to do that, you need content, you need great games, and you need to go make those great games. You may be so down on consoles that, yeah, maybe consoles won't spin around overnight, but in order to still do what you want to do as Microsoft and Xbox, you need great games. You need content that people want to subscribe and play. You need content that people want to play on the go and experience it. You need games to grab people to your ecosystem, to your subscriptions, to your devices, to your This an Xbox. That's why it's so misleading when he says great games won't turn anything. Great games will do wonders, because without great games, you're seeing what's happening. Nobody buying your shit or give a fuck what an Xbox is. Nobody cares, because you don't make them care, because you don't make games that people want to play or experience. And everything you're doing is just running the muck of just continue to do what you're going to do. No innovation, no Microsoft spit shine on anything. You spend $20 to $80 billion to just let something go out there and rot and be worse the next year. Who would have thought over 2 years of owning Activision that they would not even come in third place in sales for consoles? I don't think it's ever been seen before in all of Black Friday sales. And what did I say last week? I said Black Friday is a very big indication, because that's when the people who don't do this, the people who don't know what a Banjo is, the people who don't know how dumbass Aaron is,
Ron.
the people who don't know Troll and Arome, all those people. All those people. They're out in the stores. They don't know PC Xbox Tour. They're just going and buying where the games are. You don't know. They don't know you guys. They don't know the trolls.
You're my #1 customer.
Take a walk. They don't know you dudes. They're just going out in the store saying, where are the games I want to play? That's why Black Friday and the holiday is when everybody's like, what are they asking for Christmas? What do they want? Who wants to play what? And we found out what they don't want to play. That's right. And I said, it is a very big indication of where the mind share is. And we've seen what happened. Wildness. But this game, go play it. If you don't have dreams, go play it. It's friggin' awesome. You get like 4 hours, 5 hour game and stuff like yo. And again, even with the success of Astrobot, showing what people want to play, man, even after Astrobot came out, I'll be like, you know what, Rare, let's build you guys up. Let's get Banjo out there. Let's do a Banjo game. Let's get that. Let's get something cooking. Look at the market that Astrobot was able to grasp. Like, people want these platformers. You know, we could do it too. It's not just Nintendo. We could do it too. We have the IP. People want this. They've been asking for it. They went crazy when we put them in Smash Brothers. People want this. But they just noodle around and say, nah, just do CFDs updates and make some honey. Craziness. Craziness. And Arame, I'll just say to you before, I'm not playing my song again. He says, Xbox is the reason modern console gaming with a great controller exists. And if that's how you feel, Arame, and you're not trolling, then the demise of what they are now should really hit home and hurt you. You should really be like, this is bullshit. Because to you, Xbox is the reason why modern console gaming and great controllers exist. And to watch where they are now, coming from that high esteem that you held them up to, you should be just as angry as everybody else in this grindhouse and not capping for them. So I don't know if you're trolling or not, but that statement right there, you want to know what? I believe it too, Arame. Xbox is the reason online, they made a great controller. Now their controller is noisy as hell, and the Joneses have caught up to them, Arame. And now Microsoft needs to continue that innovation that they had back then, like you're saying. And you're right. It won't be forgotten, Arame. All for the good stuff that they did. But look at where they are now. And how can you say, like, Microsoft is killing everything that Xbox was? They are. And they don't care. They don't care. And they're willing to take everything down with them. Down into the water. Drown it all. If we can't play, if we can't win and be dominant in this space, then we're taking our game ball and we're going to go home. And that's what they're doing it. Gaff says, you said it so many times, Jez, Microsoft has no soul in everything they touch. This is what happened. Shameful. And yet some people still support them. I know. They made a whole campaign about how much they were spending to prove that they gave a shit. They put Satya in a friggin' Halo jacket like he knew what the hell Halo was. All as a ruse to pretend like they knew what was best for gamers. And you look at where they are now. They can't even get their story straight on what they want to do. Glassdoor Gaming with the 2, he goes, Xbox Gandalf said, stay tuned for news today. Oh, Jesus. He said, I think something's coming. Oh, man. Glassdoor Gaming, he said, Xbox Gandalf said, stay, yeah. What is he saying? What is he talking about? The $100 discount on the thing? You know, that's another tell. Now that we're talking about Gaming Gandalf, another thing that I decided to add to the news. They're on this right here. Yo, dude, come on. We already saw last week that they were taking $100 off the Xboxes to get them out, and then offering Geek Squad installation and putting your kids to bed and taking kids to school and making you breakfast. Just to get those Xboxes out of the studio, out of their stores. A surprise discount. A surprise discount. Surprise. 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 Anybody?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
Surprise. 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 They took a surprise $100 discount on the Xbox Ally, the weak-ass one. The one that nobody wanted, that's like on the par of the weak-ass Steam Deck, which is 4 or 5 years old. They took $100 off that one. But they didn't take $100 off the $1,000 one. Dude, the Steam OS version of the Legion Go S was $650. That is the best value. That was and my thing is, listen, they just spent 3 weeks prior to Black Friday hyping up Black Friday sales. A week after, they're like, here's $100 off, this piece of shit Xbox ROG Ally Booster Edition handheld. You think that was an initial sale? Dude, these are clearance shits to get it off. Get it out of here. Take it away. That's what this are. That's what these are. These are take it away sales. The $100 off the Xbox. They're like, yo, we just spent the last month talking about sales. Everybody was doing sales. PlayStation had sales. The PCs were on sale. We had Cyber Week. We did Black Friday. We did Thanksgiving, preparation for Black Friday sales. And then after all that is cleared, a week later, when everybody's like, woof, I spent all my money, Microsoft and Best Buy are coming out like, here's $100 off of the shit that didn't sell. Take it away. That's what they're doing. They go, get this out of here. Oh, my God. That's what they're doing, dude. These are take it away sales. They're like the shit that didn't sell. Waleed's a game cat, specifically a white tiger with a 2. He goes, November Amazon Canadian VR2 outsold Xbox. What is that? X 4.5 to 1 and the Series X 2.5. The VR2, an accessory, is outselling a whole ass Xbox console. Man, oh man. Thank you, Waleed, with the Canadian statistics here. Hit that like button, grinders. We got global Gaming Grindhouse right now. We got all the news of how everything's doing in the countries. They're like, take it away. Dude, get this shit out of here. And what's crazy, you click on Bootleg Central. Bootleg Central goes 3 months of Game Pass Premium. The Xbox Ally is now down to $489. Still too much for that piece of shit. Dude's weak as hell. Big Black Friday discount. They're taking $110 off on Amazon. It retails for $600. Dude, it has a 512 gigabyte SSD. Oh my God. The Z2A. Not even the Z2 chip. It's the Z2A. Meant for you are an asshole if you buy this. That's what it is. Dude. This is the Z2A chip. This was a discontinued chip that they used and planned for the Steam Deck. Not a Z2 Go chip. This is a Z2A. Oh my gosh.
Bullshit.
No, it is, Arnold. A Z2A chip. Oh my goodness.
You idiots! You've captured their stunt doubles!
Take it away! That's what it said. They just said.
You just made the list!
They made a list of shit. Oh, man.
This is not worth it.
Exactly. Arnold will give you the buying advice. And what a wonderful sale to come after. Right? After all the sales. Dude, really? After all the consoles have been on sale, Windows Central, Bootleg Central just gave it 4 stars, dude. That's 4 pieces of shit right there. Ron M with the 2, he goes, give Microsoft the Bell treatment from the FTC. The Bell treatment from the FTC? What is the FTC Bell? Which one's that one? I don't know if I have the bell. What bell? Like the sirens? But it is crazy. Now they put it on sale. Take it away! After, now. In case you missed it. 16 hours ago. The Legion Go is a better buy. The Z1 Extreme is a better buy. This is the Z2A. It's not even the Z2 Go chip that the Legion Go S had. Do not buy this. I'm telling you right now, do not buy this. They already said that they give you that high resolution, the same screen, but you got to play the games at super low resolutions. Go watch reviews. This Ally X is not recommended. It is too weak. Go get a Steam Deck. Do not buy this. And the fact that, nobody bought it because they're doing the $100 off now. They didn't do it when everybody was running around, lined up around the corner in stores on Black Friday. No, they're doing it after. Because guess what? The same reason with the Xbox $100 off. A week after. They were talking about Black Friday since Halloween. We were talking about Black Friday sales. Sony came out 2 weeks before Black Friday to talk about their holiday pricing for the holiday. And now, after Thanksgiving and the biggest holiday shopping weekend, now all of a sudden you're seeing $100 off some bogus Xbox hardware. Dude, these are take it away sales, fire sales. Take it away! These stores want this shit out of here. These are not new MSRPs. And what's crazy is the ROG Ally X, the $1,000 one, doesn't get the $100 off, but the booster edition does. Shh. And you want to know why I think that? Why that is? Because I bet you Microsoft shot out a shitload, or Asus sent out a shitload of these for Game Pass whores. Get this out there to try to get people on the device for cheap as hell, fool their asses into it, and they probably sent a bunch of these out, and the X's were like, "Oh no, man, those are $1,000 devices. Those are a lot of money. We're gonna ship 5 of those, but we're gonna send them 20 of these booster editions." That's probably what they did. That's why the booster edition's on sale for $110 and not the premium one. The premium one's still sitting at $1,000. So this is not an MSRP. This is not a holiday sale. This is because probably they flooded the market with like 5-to-1 of this bullshit cheap ass edition, which probably cost them nothing because it's a Z2A chip, which is weaker than the Z1 Extreme. Craziness.
You're my
Ron,
number one customer.
MMC with the 2. Oh, I got his. And then it says Michael Meridian with the 2. He says, Jez, Lucci sent the DM to you. All right, to the DMs. He says, get this off my screen. Lucci saying, and Michael Meridian saying, take it away. All right, I'll take it away. Take it away. Let's get to the DMs. What is Lucci telling me now? Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, no. Speaking of, oh, not like this. Lucci, oh, no. I don't even want to know what he has to say. But all I know what he's going to say is he's going to say something like this. All right, what is he thinking about now? Grinders, hit that like button. 20 seconds of bullshit. Get ready. You're not going to get this back. 20 seconds of wasted time. Get ready. He's on the BBC. He's about to say a bunch of... Oh, yo, first off, before I even hit the play button, this man is the VP of Next Generation. Why does he look like he's working from Phil Spencer's closet? He is too close to the TV to his left. He has boxes like he's moving out. He don't have family on the wall. He has a window that this man looks like he is about to be fired. He's a vice president. Dude, that's the vice president's office. Look at that shit. That is the vice president of Next Generation. This is the vice president of Next Generation. Dude looks like he's about to, he looks like he's packing his shit up. He needs a Next Generation office. He needs some help from D. Glazer. That's right. Look at this. He is on BBC looking like he's doing an interview from a freaking workman's closet, a storage closet. This man is on public television. They better not scroll at the bottom. This is the VP of Next Generation because this man looks like, this guy looks like he's moving out. This guy. He is a dude, this is how they treat their vice presidents at Microsoft. Dude, they throw him in they throw him in there with a TV. He probably says that thing he's sitting next to is an Xbox. Oh shit. Like he's at the BBC. Embarrassing. Aaron says that this is the vice president. I gotta look him up again. I gotta hear about his prestige. Let me see. He is a vice president of next generation. Just to give you a good picture at Xbox. I gotta get a good. Where is it? The vice. There it is. He is a key leader. He is a key leader for Xbox's next generation. Promoted to vice president of vice president of Microsoft, the $1 trillion company. Vice president of next generation in late 2024. He's been there a year. Overseeing new hardware, the broader ecosystem, focusing on integrating handhelds and cloud gaming. He works alongside leaders of Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond, hinting at a multiple device future. The video, here's his new role. I gotta hear his new role. Oh, Boomstick! Boomers, tell us!
A Steam Deck. It is.
Tell me, Boom! Boom is gonna tell us.
Device that you have, whether it be up with.
It says this video tells you what he is.
He confirmed that Microsoft is looking at combining Xbox and Windows experiences together, and that we should see changes this very year rather than needing to wait for an Xbox handheld that might still be years away. This is another quote from Jason Ronald. He goes on to say, Hargeet, I would say bringing the best of Xbox.
Oh, shit, we got Hargeet here too. Hargeet. He tells me, Huggy, what should we do? Should we keep playing?
Stop. Enough.
No, we're still playing Huggy.
Xbox and
we got
Windows
Huggy
together. Because we have spent the last 20 years building a world-class operating system, but it's really locked to the console. What we're doing is we're really focused on how do we bring those experiences for both players and developers to a broader Windows ecosystem.
Man, that sounds like a very prestigious job because this is where this is the link. It says, this video explains how Jason Ronald's new role will impact the generation. AI used Boomstick. I had to click it. Vice President of Next Generation focusing on hardware. So let's see. That sounds like a very prestigious addition. Should we continue?
Stop. Enough.
No, Xbox Hoggeat, we're going to continue. This man's office. Look at this. Somebody said it's minimalistic. Somebody said it's minimalistic. Look, dude. He's moving on out. Yo, let's now. Okay, before now that and this. Listen, this is not a tweet video. This is not going on Xbox Wire. This is on the BBC. Pause. Phil. This is TV.
Look at the.
This is the big C. Big C. Do we still continue? I gotta know. Do we still continue?
Stop. Enough.
No, we're gonna continue. He is on international television. What are we doing here? All right, now let's see what he has to say. I'm trying to stop him crying. Yo. I didn't think that this is the Phil Spencer got a whole wall behind him. Sarah Bond had pictures of herself. Remember Sarah Bond's interview? She had pictures of herself winning awards, meeting all the people. Like somebody, like they set up her office and interview. Phil got shit on his desk where he is. Everybody zooms in. Dude, this is the VP of Next Generation. He got a doll in the corner. He got moving out boxes. He got a TV on his shoulder. He got nothing on the walls. This is Microsoft, dude. This is $1 trillion company. Why does this guy look like he's working from his basement, from an office, in his house, in his garage? Anyway, let's see what he has to say now on the BBC.
I can't announce anything today.
Oh my God, and his mic sucks too. Microsoft, and why is his eyes closed? Did they catch him sleeping? What the fuck? What is this interview? Why is he eyes closed? Isn't he using Windows Hello to log him in? This man has his eyes closed. His microphone sucks. Microsoft, if you are going to represent yourself on TV, why do you have guys talking through a friggin' tin can looking like they're working out of Phil Spencer's closet? This is $1 trillion company. Is this what the Xbox... This is the vice president. Give this man a microphone. How How do I have a vice? I do this shit on Monday nights, and I got a better microphone than the vice president of Xbox. The hell's going on here? He's in a dorm room. Yeah, he's reading the Kinect. Says he's reading the script. Oh shit! This man, they caught him sleeping on the BBC. Mr. Grimm says this man looks like he's recording himself in a YouTube video from 2007. He's in. Albert Gouchard says he's unpacked his restroom. Dude, Josh, they gave them discontinued Surface laptops. Get this man a wand. Dude, this guy, he's getting ready. He's getting ready. Oh, man. Keep him coming. Let's go. Okay, let's see what he has to say now. Vice President of Xbox, of next generation. Dude, he's talking to us from the future.
Can't announce anything today, but...
Holy shit, I don't know what the fuck. Yo. Oh, my God, what a fucking day. This dude comes on TV, and the first words out of his mouth is, there's nothing to announce today. Then what the fuck are you doing on the TV? Why are you here? Yo, I'm going to start my next show, and I'm going to have everybody lined up, 170 grinders all lined up. I'm going to start my podcast and go like this. I'm going to go, I have nothing to say today. I'm glad to go live. I got nothing to say. What the Why are you? This is some bullshit. They do send him out as the friggin' Gaming Gandalf wizard. His first goddamn sentence that comes out of his mouth, there's nothing to announce today. What the fuck? Why are you here? BBC reached out to you going, gaming, we'd like you to do an interview, even though you have nothing to announce. The first sentence.
I can't announce anything today.
Yo, man. I came up with that friggin' I think. Dude, this dude's friggin' I think. Dude, this guy, where's his I think? Holy shit. Dude, this is yo. If I come up with friggin' memes of memes, man.
Xbox Gandalf says, thou shalt not.
Dude, that's all he does.
I can't announce anything today. But in 20, I can't announce anything today. 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 But I can't announce anything today. I can't announce anything today. I can't announce anything today.
Yo. You're getting your ass beat by the next play. The baby Kinect is whooping your ass, and you got Gaming Gandalf talking from a closet, telling people he can't announce anything today. Dude, get the hell out of here. Take a walk. Gaming Gandalf needs to take a fucking walk. Take a walk.
Take a walk.
Get the hell out of here.
I will not speak to
Can't announce
you
anything
until
today.
you change your
Can't announce anything today. 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 Can't announce anything today.
I can't, dude. I can't. The Microsoft is, yo. They are just. Dude. There's gonna be a book written, and I'm gonna read this book to everybody like a bedtime story about how incompetent this company is and why do they do this? Because they are so dumb. Shout out to Stephen Leone for the 20.
Thank you for the VIP.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, Stephen Leone. Happy holidays. Thank you. Cheers to you, Stephen Leone. We got Extreme, Brandon Show. We got Hulk Hogan. Oh man, War One. I got. Dude, we're cooking. David Seal, Andy NG. Man, Andy OG is old school. Thank you, man. He hit up with the 20 bomb. Shout out there, Stephen Leone. He's ready to cook. He can't wait for me to hit this play button. I know everybody. The anticipation is getting everybody all excited right here. You want me to write the book? Jenna Hayes says I should write the book. Dude, maybe I should write the book. But like, how? Let's check you. Yo, we gotta check you with Huggy. Huggy, should we hit the play button?
Stop. Enough.
Nah, I'm not listening to you, Huggy. We're going ahead with it.
Stop. Stop. Enough.
No, we're not. We're stomping them out tonight. I told you we're cooking. We started with Marvel Token. I told you it's gonna be a fire night. I got to hear what this man's gonna say from the Phil Spencer's closet. Oh man. Whew. Oh man. Here we go. Listen. Like what I say, I think, like, they come on here and go, I can't, like, this is what they do. And they call an interview with the BBC and do this.
I can't announce anything today.
Like, again, teases. I think we're going to see more of this. Like, dude, your shit's ground. Next gen, you failed already. You failed already. The Xbox ROG Ally X is a failure. The full screen experience is trash. They panicked and put it out on PC hardware on full desktops right now because they panicked. They were supposed to roll this thing out to the handhelds next year. You'll get it on the ROG Allies next year. You'll get the full screen experience. Oh, and then we'll do it to the other ones. And then maybe we'll get it on PC. Dude, they put it all out this week. The last week, they go, oh yeah, it's a PC full screen experience on everything that exists. They panicked. They didn't get the feedback encouraged. Dude, they panicked. The rollout was supposed to be for next year. This was supposed to be the ROG Ally X, the thing that Phil Spencer said, our Xbox.
You're my #1 customer.
Our Xbox ROG Ally. Our. It was supposed to have a friggin' roadmap of exclusivity of this full screen experience. You guy held it up. He teased it in January. It's supposed to be that. And instead, he's still talking about things he can't announce. All right, let's hear what you got to say now.
I can't announce anything today, but in 2026, it's the 25th anniversary of Xbox, and we want to celebrate the great legacy and the history that we have with Xbox, as well as defining the future for where the Xbox ecosystem's going. So I can't confirm or deny what you're asking, but stay tuned. We have a lot of exciting things to share next year. I can't.
Xbox Gandalf says, thou shalt not. I
Look at the guy interviewing him, his room.
I can't announce anything today, but in 2026, it's the 25th anniversary of Xbox, and we want to
this guy's room.
Celebrate the great legacy and the history that we have with Xbox, as well as defining the future for where the Xbox ecosystem's going. So I can't confirm or deny what you're asking, but stay tuned. We have a lot of exciting things to share next year. I can't announce anything today, but in 2026, it's the 25th anniversary of Xbox.
So even though he's not saying anything, one thing that you got to listen to is that he says we're going to, so now we know what next year's 25th anniversary is going to be. It is going to be a celebration of what Xbox used to do and them dropping the bomb on what the next Xbox is, confirming it. And I think we're going to have sometime next year, we'll do predictions, but I do think sometime next year we're going to find out that they're not making the series consoles. They are winding down the series console production. Definitely. I think that's where you're going to hear that. They're going to say Xbox used to be all these things. We're winding down production because we're building up to what the next Xbox is. And then they're going to probably hear about all these OEMs like Asus and showing up with these little mini PCs like a Steam machine that have Xbox branding on them and the full screen experience. And I think that's what it is. And then that's my prediction for what Gaming Gandalf. But again, yet again, he started this year teasing about the ROG Ally X. We saw what that turned out to be. And we'll talk about what he's talking about here, because I got to say, after seeing how Xbox went through this holiday so far, who has a 2 eyes and a brain is even caring what the hell this man does with Xbox next year? Who? A friggin' owl. Who even, like, Who is excited for an Xbox console, Xbox branded anything? When you look at that, how destroyed their brand is now. And this man is going into the 25th anniversary of Xbox with crickets behind him.
I can't announce anything today, but in 2026, it's the 25th anniversary of Xbox, and we want to celebrate the great legacy and the history that we have with Xbox, as well as defining the future for where the Xbox ecosystem's going. So I can't confirm or deny what you're asking, but stay tuned. We have a lot of exciting things to share next year.
Yeah. The way his office looks like is even going to be around to share it next year. Who even knows? Who even knows who's going to be around next year? Oh, my goodness. Ron MC, let's see. Lucci got me. I got that one. Ron MMMC. And Ron says, member 36 months. Thank you again. Ultimate Grinder, getting all the music and having comments onto what it goes. That's the Ultimate Grinder package. Steve Leone gifted 20 VIPs. So now you'll get to ask questions of the Gaming Grindhouse, get some music as well. So that's the VIP membership. Ultimate if you want to get all music day one. Everything that I make. and also topics for the shows. So we'll do those as well. He says, M.A. Bell now is AT&T. And FTC broke up the monopoly back in the day. A little history lesson. Oh, yeah. Dude, this consolidation shit is going down. It's crazy. I know. And we got Raw with the 2. He goes, Aramay drains Gandalf Daily Cal. Well, yo, I don't know what's going on, but, I think Aramay just got timed out for something. He must have said some stuff. He should have listened to Hagit, Aramay. So you deserve that timeout. The Gaming Grinders, the police got you.
Stop! Enough!
And while you're not here, we'll celebrate your song. You did take a walk. Yahoo! Thank you, Grinders. You must have said something, but they took him for a walk. They legit said, take a walk, Aramay. This video next year to be from a parking lot. The Grinders made him take a walk. He did something. I don't know. I was watching Gaming Gandalf. Grindhouse police. They got him. I don't know. He must have said something bad. Well, they got him. Good job, Grindhouse police. Made him take a walk. Earn up to the song. But thank you, Lucci, for sending this. A bunch of 20 seconds of nothing. There we go. Gaming Gandalf saying that you'll hear more from us next year. Next year, I'll be talking from the parking lot. That's right. Next year he'll be in his car. He'll be doing one of those videos from a car. He'll be in the car. But guys, I don't have an office right now, but I want to tell you I'm excited about the 25th anniversary here in my Prius. I got my handheld Xbox right here. I'm in the Prius. I'm doing an interview. They don't have an office for me right now as the VP of Next Generation. When I heard VP of Next Generation, I thought this guy would be sitting in an office with circuitry and he'll have like computer boards next behind him. He would have like trophies of like his engineering. He would have like a certificate of his engineering degree behind him. He would be like all this like futuristic shit. You have all these like all these prototypes lined up behind him. I would never thought that this would be the vice president of a $1 trillion company doing an interview on national television from Phil Spencer's closet with a TV on his shoulder. Lucci, who is lining up for Magnus? Who? They didn't even line up for the ROG Ally X. They had these people. They talked about it so much, and when they saw how much it was, they went for the hills. They're now going to look for an Xbox Steam machine next year from this guy. What is he going to do? Put it together with the cardboard boxes that he's moving out of? Sarah Bond she's in like simulation rooms and shit. Sarah Bond doing tours in simulation rooms. They got this man, the vice president of Next Generation. Satya's like, dude, no, yo, dude, where is it? Where's the, yo, I do movie clips. Dude. They basically took Gaming Gandalf and they put him in the fridge. They treated him like goddamn, what is that, Office Space. They put him in the fucking boiler room. Office Space. Put him in the... I put my stapler. I put my stapler in the room. They put my stapler. Yo, put him in the boiler room. Put him in the boiler room. Yo, there he is. Gaming Gandalf. Look what they did to him. They put him in the basement.
What's happening? Milton. Hi, Milton. What's happening?
Milton, we're going to need to go ahead and move you downstairs into storage B. No.
Oh, shit, yo. Oh, man, I can't catch myself, dude. They basically told them, they said, we're going to move you, Vice President. We're going to have to move you down to storage room B. We're gonna have to, yeah, we're gonna have to move you to storage. Satya, you said, Phil, go tell Gaming Gandalf.
What's happening?
Milton, we're going to need to go ahead and move you downstairs into storage B.
No. Yeah, they put in the storage B. Oh, shit. But he's gonna realize they stopped paying him. They got the view from storage room B. They took a stapler. They gave him a TV and they go, hey, you know what, bitch, it's an Xbox. Take that LG TV with you too, bitch. He's gonna realize in January that they stopped paying him. We fixed the glitch. We just stopped paying him. The vice president. Yeah, we told him he's the vice president, but we just gonna stop paying him. We fixed the glitch. We fixed the glitch. We're gonna put you in storage. No, man, we're gonna put you in storage room B. Here we go. Oh shit! You think a stapler? They said, yeah, give him an Xbox. Put that LG TV in his office. It's an Xbox. There you go. Give him there. Let him prototype on the goddamn LG TV next to him. Oh, man. The vice president on BBC. Jesus. Man, Microsoft, you guys, a $4 trillion company. They spend $80 on Activision. They flow everybody out to go grab Todd Howard's ass. The vice president of Next Gen is sitting in the basement B with an LG TV. It's like, guys, we don't have any Xbox Series X's. Fuck, give him an LG TV. Tell him it has Xbox. Let prototype that shit. He's going to get a bill. Dude, they're charging him for Game Pass. His 3 months is gonna run out in December. Yeah. Give him a stapler back. No, we fixed the glitch. He's not getting paid anymore. We'll find out next year. You guys, yeah, tell them we'll talk about next year about we're celebrating Xbox. Give him some line to spew, but he'll find out in January when he don't get the paycheck anymore. Oh man, vice president, shit. Yo, the poor vice president, dude, what they got him in? That's how Satya treats his vice presidents. Oh, shit. Man. You got a tin can microphone.
Can't announce anything today, but in 2026, it's the 25th anniversary of Xbox.
Yeah, they're not telling him what next year. They're like, yeah, you can't announce it because he don't know. They didn't tell him yet. Like, yeah, just we'll tell you later. we'll tell you later, Gaming. He's the vice president. He can't talk about anything. Dude. Oh, man. He's teasing. I can't confirm or deny what you're asking. We want to celebrate the Xbox legacy. Dude, yo. Let's talk about this. Hit that freaking like button, guys, man. I'm like, I gotta catch my breath, man. That was crazy. You took my stapler and put me in the... Yeah, we're gonna have to move you to storage room B, vice president. Oh shit. So while everybody's getting all excited and nipples pierced about again a 2026 Xbox, is that their year? is that it's the 25th anniversary, dude. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna do some sort of they're gonna let you feel bad about all the stuff that they did and they don't do anymore. That's what that's gonna be all about. But one of the things that came out was, like I said earlier, the craziness of the holiday season. Grinders. Black Friday sales were announced. And it's not good. So according to Matt Piscatella, these are the percentages. Let me make sure I get the right percentages here. These were the percentages of Black Friday in the US. Console market share. Hit that like button. 155 people in here hit that like. Let's cook. 160. We got him. Hit that like button, grinders. Hype up the video too. Hit that hype button. I don't know what it does, but hype this shit up. Almost 50% of the console market was a PlayStation 5. The Switch 2, the brand new piece of hardware that released this holiday, 24%, which I thought was kind of low. Like, I thought it would be pretty close to the PS5, considering that the Switch 2 came out this year. I don't know if Aaron could answer.
Hey, Aaron, where are you? Where is Aaron right now?
Mario Kart World Racing, Donkey Kong. I don't know. I know it's sold a lot, but I'm surprised that Black Friday. And I know a lot of the smart shoppers want the sales. There was no sales on the PS2, the Switch 2. But, you know, a lot of people wait to the end of the year to say, I'm going to buy this. Like, are they asking for Switch 2s or a lot of people not? I don't know. But it is pretty interesting. I thought it would be a little closer. Like 47 PlayStation or a Switch 2, considering how the Switch 1 was selling. You know, and the Switch 2 is a new console, where the PlayStation 5 is, you know, 5 years old. But the PlayStation 5 was on sale, and your savvy shoppers do come out on Black Friday. But I was just surprised. I thought it would be a little closer. But usually we see the 3 in green. Xbox always coming in last, or 4th or 5th, as Satya would say. But there's a new console in town. The NEX Playground. 14%. Now, grinders. The final 15% combines the Switch 1, the Xbox Series X and S's, all versions of them, and PC handhelds, your friends, the ROG Ally X, and others. 15% encompasses all those. And the Switch 1 being part of that, which I'm sure the Switch 1 is pretty much a lot of that 15%, I would think. All the series that. What is the next playground? A newcomer. Was this competition that Phil Spencer didn't know about? Was this something that Phil Spencer didn't know what this was? So let's see what this next playground is. This newcomer that has taken Xbox to the curb. I need to see. What is the next playground? This is what the Series X and S got beat by this holiday. Xbox, meet your new competition. What? Oh my. Kinect Jr. How the hell is Xbox getting beat by Kinect Jr., Baby Kinect? With subscription gaming, a bunch of mini games that do that, and this thing is at $250. It's not no $50 device. It's basically a Kinect Ouya. That sold more than the Xbox Series X and S. Built-in camera too. No privacy thing. Built-in camera. How the hell does this thing?
2 to 3 players. Since it's just me right now, I'm just gonna do solo. Oh, I get to pick a bot. It's kind of give you like that old school
You do the
game.
swiping?
Yeah, I'll pick the Polaroid. What's my name? Oh, I think one of these is really hard.
He has a Wiimote.
Okay, what is this? Looks like a B. Nope, it's pretty easy. You get 50 points. So I think you can. Let's go ahead and check it out. Okay. Let's take a quick look, see what settings they have actually.
It's a Wii and a Kinect.
Tutorial, save data, nothing crazy. Let's just go and play and play real quick. Right now it's giving you a little bit of story background. I'm just gonna jump ahead to some gameplay to let you know how it is. Alright, so here we are starting. So you get
Phil Spencer.
So this is pretty much like the NEX game they had previously, but I guess now there's more, I guess you can actually level up probably. It's not a true RPG, but
this beat Xbox.
Kind of reminds me of the old days of Dragon Quest.
This is the next playground.
Play that.
These are the games. How's that? This is an Xbox campaign going, Phil. When something that's not even an Xbox is whooping your ass.
At this point.
Google Gaga. Where is our
really cool.
Where is
it's
he?
A little mini workout still. Pretty much like all these games are kind of like a little mini workout. I want to say because you're moving so
Tell
much.
them, Colt.
On their little and their killer games that are
alright, so let's look like this little map. So this game is a little bit have backstory, not a true RPG, but this is what you expect from a motion control game. It's not like you have one of these guys. You do, but you're not controlling much of the game with it. So this one's gather 10 Let's see how that one works.
Goo Goo Gaga!
It's like a fetch quest. Oh, you're actually not using traditional controller, and you're not talked about earlier.
Oh, they got an NHL game. Let's see what this is about.
Live here in Texas. Never play realistic.
Let's see hockey games. Let's see NHL.
Keep the default. No idea who is.
Oh, look at this. They got a hockey game. Let's see this.
Every time I swing,
oh man, look at this. The guy stands there. Where's the goalie?
So you pretty much have to aim and swing. I found that I am not very good at this because every time I swing, I get my stuff goes pretty high.
This is the Xbox.
So as you can see, you move your body left and right to aim, but I mean you shouldn't have to move too much because you want to aim really within the the small little goal.
Xbox, we got some problems.
Body movements actually made it much worse.
What did Phil say?
Tilting my body is better. Yeah, see, I'm really hitting.
What did Phil say?
I'm not sure where the.
I see commentary that if you just build great games, everything would turn around. It's just
like, how do you
not true that if we go off and build great games, all of a sudden you're going to see console share shift in some dramatic way. We lost
pretty much all the games I wanted to show you guys today. Quick little note, there is a little up section right here on the very top where they've kind of moved before the new updates were
like this guy's
game,
now man. We like his game. There we
top. Go. Well, not the very top because that's settings.
That is the NEX playground that came in 3rd place this holiday and beat out Xbox. Xbox was in a 15%. Xbox was in a 15% with the Switch One and PC handhelds. The ROG Ally X and Xbox are in below the NEX playground. Dude, it wasn't even like the NEX playground sold. It sold 14%. That beat Xbox. That NX. And if you want to see something like where's the? Do we need to be reminded? Do we need to be reminded? Do we need? Yo.
Sophisticated ways. It recognizes you. It responds to your gestures and it listens to your voice. No one can do it. Kinect.
And I land here on this easy-to-use, controller-free menu of a lot of my favorite things to do on Xbox 360. About my movies, my TV shows, my music, it's all there. And now I can just use my hands to select the movie that I want to watch. Now, I love the special effects in Alice in Wonderland. When I'm ready to go, all I have to do is say, Xbox, play. All right, so now I can listen to
Dude. Xbox. What are we doing here?
So, you've come back for more, Ian.
Yep, let's do it.
This should be good. Let's begin.
Everybody got to leave.
Times are toast. Go to the pits.
All right, I'm going in.
Go to the pit, Dad. Fix the wheel. Get in there, Dad. Get in there. Get that wheel. Get in there. This writes itself. There needs to be a book written.
I have to tell you something, David. You can't recreate a finale like we've seen in this championship.
Kinect beat Xbox. Kinect Baby Jr.
She sets it up.
For the holiday.
Scan. Play.
Even this video smells like AI. Dude, the video 13 years ago. 13 years ago. 13. Wait. I'm not mass produce. This is what you do with Kinect, right?
Okay, for Sarah.
Sarah, call up Sarah Bond.
So did you get
Young Sarah Bond.
No. Oh my god.
What am I gonna wear for the show?
Here.
This is what Phil does with Sarah. They dress up. Where we go? We're going to Fan Fest. What should I wear?
The one.
There we go. Looks good on me. All right, let's ship it. That's what. Who did that with Kinect?
You should get it.
Who said to their friend, what should I wear today? Who said, who should I wear? Should I put the thong on? Should I wear the thong? Should I wear the overalls? Who did that? Who played this?
For 500 points, what is the answer? Ian Dixon.
Who beat their hand?
Millard Fillmore.
Pause.
Is correct. Now a 200-point follow-up question for the Beckett family. How many push-ups can Chuck Norris do?
Who did that? Who did this? Phil, get in there.
And the emotion in Claire's voice being
Who played with Milo?
And that emotion reflecting in Milo's face.
Oh!
Those are all being seen for the first time.
So listen, I was thinking today you should let me beat you at football again. That is if you finished your homework.
You did finish your school project.
You have finished your school project.
Uh-oh. Milo pissed.
What
He pissed
happened
off.
there is that Claire knew Milo so well, she knew when he was worried about something. His head was down, he wasn't looking at the camera so much, and this is about you meeting a character, a person.
Well, why don't I help you with yours? Then yours will be brilliant.
All right. I could have just tried to catch some fish. Draw some pictures in my journal.
Be careful, Milo.
Maybe I'll do
Don't
okay
fall.
I think that's a good idea.
Look out.
Lift off. Don't know till I try, do I?
Exactly.
See? I've got everything we need.
Well, great. Let's get started then.
You've got to put these goggles on.
I'll catch him.
Goggles?
Whoa.
Put them on like this.
What's what Pete Malin says,
Okay.
you know?
What? Like that?
Claire has been thrown a pair of goggles. Notice what she did. This wasn't acted. She felt the need to reach down for those goggles.
It was a disaster, Ryan. It was a train wreck. It was a disaster, Ryan. It was a train wreck. It was a disaster, Ryan. It was a train wreck. It was a disaster, Ryan. It was a train wreck.
What was it?
Now, everybody, every single person that has experienced this reaches down because they feel so connected to Milo's world.
Cool.
It was a disaster.
So what are we doing?
Ryan.
Do I have to stand at the edge?
It was a train wreck. It was a disaster, Ryan. It was a train
Come on.
wreck.
Put your hands in. It's not too cold.
She's not acting at all. This is all real. Dude. What happened? And now
So a couple weeks ago.
Yo!
We did a full
And now we got the guys.
We did a full review on the NEX playground, whether or not it was worth it, about 9 months ago, and something else. But this.
Phil, the kids.
So
You're getting beat by
the
Elmo.
ones that are learning the alphabet.
They're doing
if
Wii.
you played the
They're
Nintendo
doing
Wii
Wii
or the
bowling.
Nintendo Switch, then you'll definitely like this one. The
Oh
bowling.
man,
I don't know
Phil!
which one's more
13 years later, dude, and this beat you in the 2025 holiday season. The next playground beat you out. The most powerful console, Series X discless, the Series X booster, dude. You got roasted. Absolutely insane. Then in the UK, Game Business. Here we go. Is another one. Get him in there.
It was a disaster, Ryan. It was a train wreck. It was a disaster.
Just when you think they're done in the US and they're
It was a
cooked,
train wreck.
it got worse, dude. The UK sales consoles were better this year during Black Friday 2004, with revenue up 14% and unit sales up 7%. Nintendo Switch 2 did okay, the data firm says, but it was a PS5 that was the biggest driver. PlayStation holding up everything. In fact, PS5 was the only console to do better this Black Friday than the previous one, with unit sales up 16% year over year. PS5 had a 62% share of the console market during the week. The PS5 Slim 1TB was 21% lower compared to 2 weeks previously. The PS5 Slim, the 825 digital that they brought out for the low price, was 34% lower than 2 weeks prior. The PS5 Pro was down 586, which is all-time low, which had the best week outside of its launch week. Damn. The Xbox Series S and S accounted for 10% of the market during Black Friday week. The average selling price of an Xbox machine was $385, which is 8% lower than 2 weeks prior. The Switch took a 23% share of the market on Black Friday. The Switch 2. Finally, the Switch 1 took 5% of the sales. Dude, that is in the UK. VR headsets. This is where the VR headsets sold more. It is craziness. That it is just... And why does it matter? You want to know why it matters? Is because where are developers going to build their games for? And the PS5 selling strongly just strengthens the future of a PlayStation 6 as to where these games and developers' mind share are going to go. With Xbox out being the console outsold by a baby Kinect Jr., who is sitting there going, I'm making a game for Xbox? Or they're going to sit back and go, you want to know what? Xbox consoles could wait because we're going to focus on the Switch 2 and the PlayStation 5 because that is where the market is. It is complete dominance now by Nintendo and PlayStation. That's why I can't believe on the heels of the 25th anniversary of Xbox, it is going to be an in memorandum. Like, it is going to be like, you know, when you see everybody that's passed away, they do at the Oscars and stuff, all the people that passed away. That is going to be the 25th anniversary of Xbox. It is going to be like all the shit that they used to do. Because there's nothing that they've been doing now. There's going to be nothing from the Xbox One generation. It is going to be all the 360. Remember these old days. Remember the launch of the 360. Remember Xbox, the original Xbox. And then they're going to stop that whole thing and go, and now from here, Xbox is going to live on in your PC. Because nobody, this holiday has confirmed that there is nobody going to be making shit for Xbox consoles. And Microsoft did not even want them to sell. That is the craziest thing. This is not even fandom that has driven the PlayStation to be so successful. This is not fandom, dude. This is Microsoft self-sabotaging, which is the reason why more people should be calling it out, as that they increased the price twice, no discount at all planned for the holiday, no bundles planned at all for the holiday. They threw stock at stores thinking that they were going to sell. And what's crazy is Chris Dring, looking at it two sides of his eyes, was like, oh, well, it's also a stock issue. Bitch, no, it wasn't. I saw Xboxes where we couldn't find Xboxes. In October, Dusty Bin was looking for one console on October 19th. Dude, there were plenty of Xboxes in the stores for Black Friday. This is a cause of demand that they got nothing that nobody wants. And who would have thought that Call of Duty, after 2 years of $80 billion spent, dude, see? Look, even Dusty Bin was out there. Look, on November 29th, Dusty Bin was doing his job, taking pictures, you know? He goes, look, Xbox still in stock at Walmart, by the way. Dusty Bin, there's no stock issue. He took a break from baking cookies, went out to the store to sell the consoles of Xboxes are in stock on the 29th. And it still got beat by Baby Kinect. Dusty did his job.
I can't into for Xbox and be glazed, and now he's out buying PS5 Pro. Time to make the cookies.
He went out.
I don't wanna care the same, but I don't wanna act you away.
Dusty Bin went out there. He did his job on November 29th when the next playground was outselling Xbox, trying to do his job. Xbox still in stock at Walmart. He said, look, he continued, kind of surprised that the ROG Xbox Ally is there too. Smart decision. He's like, kind of surprised to see the Xbox Ally X. What did I tell you, grinders? Why is there $100 off of that one? The S edition. The Xbox ROG Ally. Look, told you. Take it away. They stocked it up. Look at all that stock. Dusty been doing his work. November 29th. It was in 4th, 5th place right now. Dusty Bin was out there doing his job. He said, put that turkey leg and cookies down. He went out there and told you guys it's in stores. Look, 1.1 thousand likes for Dusty Bin doing his job. In October, it was one Xbox on October 19th. Dusty Bin went out there and said, well, no turkey for me today. I'll have cookies later. I got to go do my job and cap for Xbox. I got to get out there.
Dusty Bin and Tom Warren.
He had to get out there. Put that turkey down now, he said.
This is not an Xbox.
He's going out there.
Woo!
He even a Dusty Bin tweet couldn't save Xbox. Dusty Bin!
Dusty gotta make the cookies and Tom needs his engagement. Where his bootleg jazz, he fight lower too. Dude has no sources when it's bad news, but only the good Xbox crap he spreads. From Windows Phone Central, Windows Phone Central. Oh wait, we're Windows Phone Central, Windows Phone Central.
He said, put that turkey leg down. I gotta do my job. I need free shit. Ow!
Another one.
Here we go, grind. Look, and then here come the comments. The Dusty Bin. The grind is out there. It's almost like nobody wants them. Who's paying $700 for an Xbox? Series S for $400? That's a steal. Xbox consoles watching people pass by. You should move from console warring for Xbox, they say. No one buying a $700 Xbox. I can see why. Holy moly, $400. Keep the good fight up, buddy. Nobody gives a fuck. I always laugh when I see comments. Oh my God, Dusty's a fanboy. He's been a fanboy for 10 years. And that's exactly where they stayed. Because then when we saw the numbers, they're still there to this day. And now they have the take it away sale going on them. Because all these places are like, dude, I got to get rid of this Xbox shit. Take it away. There it is. But there you go. So it wasn't a stock issue. Right? It wasn't a stock issue. It was that nobody wanted it. And the price was astronomical. And what's crazy is that knowing the price, Microsoft's been doing this for 25 years. The VP of Next Generation told you they're going to celebrate 25 years of Xbox. It's not like they don't know what they're doing. They know the price conscious people come out during the holidays. This was their Super Bowl. It always was. People trying to say console wars are over, stop console warring. Dude, it is pathetic. It is friggin' pathetic that they purposefully are doing this to themselves. They increased the price knowing that the holiday season, they don't want to sell the console because next year they're going to say they're done with it. On the 25th anniversary, they're closing up shop and reincarnating this Xbox into some PC horseshit. That's what they're doing. That's next year's 2026. This year was the games. Next year is the console. Because there is no explanation why they would sabotage their console. Like, there's still people on it. There's still games like GTA coming to it. Like, how do you just put it out there and just have it astronomical prices during the holiday season? If you have a future plan for it, you have a 25th anniversary next year. You have, like I said, you have a transition. It should be a transitional device. Get people on that so that their library moves with them when you start going to the PC thing. But you are just cutting them off so bad. You're making yourself irrelevant that this thing outsold you on Black Friday. Gaming. Even GameStop's going, take it away! This is what I'm, like, they are doing this to themselves. There is no plan, Josh says. There's no plan. But, like, you gotta be so stupid to say, like, and I said this before, they are not just like doing so. I can't even put into words, like, they're not. It's not that the Xbox is irrelevant. It's that they have made it irrelevant. They have turned it into something where it doesn't hold any value to call everything an Xbox. It doesn't hold any value to have Xbox branding except for like some crazy extreme diehards. And you're talking about growing your market. How are you growing your market when you're only focusing on the people that care, are the people that bleed green and get free shit? Because you glaze the shit out of them by giving them free games and Game Pass shit, and you keep their podcasts going, and you keep and these guys or these diehards that hate everything else and only love an Xbox, and if Xbox is gone, then they will stop gaming. That's the extremists are the only ones that are around. How are you gonna grow your ecosystem? How are you gonna grow your branding, your Xbox, your subscriptions when the only people that give a shit about you are the extremists, and it's a small group? You're not giving out any kind of universal appreciation or any kind of recognition from everybody from all facets of gaming. You're making yourself irrelevant, and you're only relevant to the extremists, which is a small group. Make great games, get that attention from other people, from other gamers and other platforms. Because you're still trying to grow a platform, aren't you? All you talk about is cloud gaming and this shit and this shit. Who's coming? Who's choosing you? It's an inherent issue. It's an inherent issue with them. I even tweeted it out today. I said, I was like, because it's not just in gaming. It's the same thing that's been going on and on for all these years. Satya out there crying about AI. Coming out there crying about like, well, he's already alluding to this shit. Where is he? And just on that stock issue, like here it is. Chris Dring trying to capful what's going on. Although this may be true, worth noting that Xbox was not competitive with pricing over Black Friday, and it seems there isn't a huge amount of stock in circulation. No, Dring. Yeah, that was the. What's so funny is that when we were all saying that there was a stock issue in October and September, when everybody was prepping up for the holiday. When everybody was prepping up for the holiday, and we're like, yo, why is the Xbox sections are getting a change in Target, and they're getting off of store shelves in Europe, all you guys were like, no. False narratives, Xbox is still around. I just called their PR person. They say that Xbox has no deals with Target to pull anything. No. Dusty Bin's on the phone. They got one Xbox coming in on October 19th. When we were like, dude, they pulled the consoles off of Target. No, the stock is fine. And then, now it's a stock issue? Dusty Bin said, no, it's not. He said there were plenty. I saw them. I'm sure all you watching this show saw them. There were Xbox in stores. And I even mentioned, what's funny is I mentioned this last week and the week before during the Grinds Give, the holiday show. I was in stores and I saw Xboxes on shelves. I was like, yo, I haven't seen Xboxes behind the Best Buy counter in ages. And there was a whole bunch of them. So they stocked up for the holiday. It's just that they priced this shit ridiculous and no bundles, and they just threw it out there. So it's not stock issues. So you could take a hike with that one. But here it is. I told you. It's a choice. Bootleg Central. Bootleg Jez had to do an article. Microsoft has a problem. Nobody wants to buy or use AI products. And Google growth is outpacing Copilot products. Yep. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. It's going to pop and it's going to hurt Microsoft the most. Here's your market share. Look at the Copilot. Look at the growth of Copilot. Claude AI has 14% growth. ChatGPT, look at the market share. Again, Xbox. We go, like, we're not even talking gaming right now because Copilot is the shit, right? Right? Look at the market share of AI and the amount of Copilot.
Great ass!
that they talk about, you think that they were even relevant in AI.
Oh no! We suck again!
Look at where they are. And they put AI Copilot on every friggin' PC that's sold. Look. 61% of ChatGPT, who they had money in, and they're using that money to beat their ass. Copilot is 14%, and Gemini, with a 12% user growth, is going to bypass Copilot and put Copilot in third. Satya knows that spot. Right, Satya? You know that spot. It's cooked. You know what they're going to do? And I'll tell you this right now, and who knows if we ever will see the day, but I'll tell you this right now. You know what happens? Copilot keeps going down. This Gronk is going to, watch. Copilot's going to keep going down there because nobody wants to use their shoddy shit. Because people don't want AI shoved in their face. People don't want AI to be everywhere watching on their PC what they're doing and what they're doing. They want to do a ChatGPT where they could go to a website, ask a couple of questions, get some information, copy and paste, and move on. They want to make sure it's over there. They don't want a friggin' AI listening and breathing and what they're searching for and watching them and doing everything. And that's what Copilot comes off as, because it's built into the computer operating system. Where's the games? ChatGPT is its own shit. I disable it too. I do. ChatGPT is a website that I go to, like a glorified search engine. Tell me some shit. When I come to you and ask you some questions, you tell me some shit and I leave. I don't need spyware of Copilot. Let me take pictures of your screen to show you where you were. Let me log into my account and watch everything you do on your computer and suggest things to you. Well, then you ask me questions. Where do I go for gaming? Dude, that's why nobody wants that shit. And it's forced. It jumps up on your PC all the time. Copilot this, no, turn that shit off. I don't want you taking resources up. But what's going to happen is Microsoft's going to keep losing in AI. And these will go there. And then what they'll do is they'll just buy it. And they'll call Microsoft Copilot powered by ChatGPT or Microsoft ChatGPT. That's what they do. That's what they do all. Microsoft will continue to regress over the next whatever. If this thing pops, it pops. It's going to continue to regress. And then when they're down and out, they're going to buy the person up top. And that's what they do. And I don't think I don't know if it'll be around or when this happens, but in the next 5 to 10 years, that's all they'll do. They're gonna keep cruising out. They'll keep letting people go, and then they're just gonna say, "Who's on top? Who there? Who's number one this year? All right, buy them." And they're gonna buy them, and that's gonna be Microsoft AI powered by ChatGPT, and there you go. And that's how they roll, because they can never innovate. And actually, one of the things that came up with this is that this son of a bitch is looking, he already ruined Xbox and gaming, but this guy now is already alluding to this because he don't like the size of his company. And this is why you can see Gaming Grindhouse in a closet in the basement A. Satya calls Microsoft's size a massive disadvantage in AI. He don't want this big, bloated, heavy-ass ship. Which is pretty ironic that they spent $80 billion to add and become big and bloated. Don't you think that's pretty funny? They didn't say slim and aggressive when it came to game development. They went out there and they just bought all this shit. And now the size is a problem. Because he doesn't like, he spent, look at his quote here. Look at this. And you can tell me, where's this quote? Because I read it earlier today. Where is it? Here it is. The entire weekend, I spent all the time trying to get myself to understand how new companies are building products. Satya is realizing that they need to be more like Apple. They need to be more innovative and invent shit and create shit instead of just being this whale absorbing everybody else's debt and problems and shit just to be somewhere. And he don't like the size of the company. He says startups are able to make informed decisions quickly because everyone in the project is there. Perhaps more interesting, Nadella seemed to share a solution for the issue: unlearning old habits and techniques that once made companies successful and embracing new approaches. He wants to be slim and thin and flexible. And they spent $80 billion to be bloated and bullshit. This is, he's going to be lean. I'm telling you. And what's crazy is it sucks to say it, and I don't want to say it, but this is hinting at exactly what Tim Dog was saying. They're gonna. He said it on this show. Go back and listen to it. He said it. There's gonna be a huge round of layoffs again from Microsoft early next year, and this is alluding to that because Microsoft's size, quote, has become a massive disadvantage. They can't. There's too many layers. There's too much stuff, and I think they purposely, Jenna Hayes, I think they purposely run it into the ground just to get rid of it. And what's crazy is you see it. They spent $80 billion to buy all this stuff to do nothing with it, to lay off and to shut down studios. It's like, well, wait a second. You bought all this. You spent, it's like going to a grocery store and spending $300 in groceries and coming home and watching it rot. It's like, wow, you just came back from the grocery store, spent $300 on meat, on vegetables, on drinks, on this and that. What are you gonna make? Oh, I got chicken broth, I got some oil, I got garlic, I got this. You spent $300 at the supermarket. What are you gonna make with it? Oh, nothing. I'm just gonna order pizza. That's what Microsoft does. They go spend all this money, all those court fees to own something, to buy it, to bring it to their house, to have it there, just to watch the expiration dates go and the shit rot. It's like, yo, you bought all these ingredients. You got all this IP. What are you going to do with it? Wow, you're going to revive Prototype. Nah. Well, nah. We want to make a sequel to High Five. Nah, that's all right. That's okay. No thanks. Then why were you interested in buying it? Nah, that's all right. Starfield was the reason why Phil went out there to buy Bethesda. Starfield. Game of the generation, exclusive. Where's the DLC? Where's the expansions? Where's the future of this thing that you said, I got to spend $7 billion to buy this because you saw Starfield and you are not making sure that that game is like the essence of gaming for Microsoft? It made you go spend $7 billion. It is disgusting. It's horrible what they're doing to gaming. And that's where this has turned into. This is not just Xbox is a failed console right now. This is Microsoft destroying our IPs, destroying our games. Like, they are not making moves to make games for us. Like, if the console wasn't selling, but Microsoft was making moves for games, what's going on with Fable? What's going on with all these games? What's going on with all this shit that they're supposed to work on? Clockwork Revolution and shit. Are they going to even see the light of day? Look what Perfect Dark, they showed it to us. Gameplay, fake as it was a year before, and then they shut down the whole thing and it's never going to happen. That is some messy ass work. That's some deceptive shit. And going out there
Black Ops 6 day one Game Pass
and talking,
right?
and talking. I can't announce anything now. I'm excited about what I'm not showing. And talking. It is some fucking despicable shit that they've done. Dragging these games, dragging this shit. Satya not waiting. He not waiting. He's ready to rip this shit up, man. He's ready to rip it a new one. Footnote, Satya's pay package hit $96.5 million this year. Our sources suggest that there are rumors swirling internally of another round of early 2026 layoffs even after the 25 massive 15,000 cuts. Satya's comments can only be seen as a signal that more Microsoft layoffs on the horizon under the guise of efficiency. Dude. That's horrible. And what crazy is Tim Dog said it. Tim Dog said it on the friggin' show. He said it here. Here's another one. Remember this? We already covered that thing before. But this is how they used to talk. When the PS5 was revealed. We have a better product than Sony does, not just on hardware, but equally important on the software platform. We have ingredients of a winning plan. I felt feedback from the BOD's discussion of being too confident maybe will reinforce that perception. I need to be humbly confident today, but it's a good day for us. We haven't won anything, and I know we have hard decisions about pricing, P&L, and investments. This mail isn't trying to scoop any of that. These discussions really matter, but we can take confidence in our product here, and I believe our conversation needs to start with believing in that. This was a good day for Xbox. The day the PS5 was announced was a good day for Xbox. Let's go to our resident Huggeet. Let's see what he has to say. Huggeet, what do you have to say? Should we continue?
Stop! Enough!
So Huggeet has enough. He's like, we're on a super burn right now on the conference, but it's just so crazy. I thought this was funny. Grind is, remember the console? Oh, it's over. Yo, listen to this one. Shout out to Smooth, man. Oh, we got that guy too. We got to talk about him.
Ridiculous point.
Yo,
right?
this was Black Friday 2021. Let's go.
Point, right? So people make this argument, and now that it comes out,
let's go.
Xbox Series S is one Black Friday. Oh no! Not only did it win Black Friday, it also PS5.
All right. Here's the thing that, gosh, these armchair analysts, kid, like they don't ever think past as far as they can reach, right? They're crazy. PlayStation 5 is in more demand. It's like, is it? I mean, last time I checked, you cannot find a Series X. They're both sold out. Here's the other part, kid.
Yeah.
This is my favorite. The Series S and X, the X is sold out, and the Series S won the Black Friday sales. You don't need an Xbox. Nobody needs an Xbox. You know, it's irrelevant. They've made their console irrelevant, but people are still buying them.
Yeah. So the ridiculous point, right? So people make this argument, and now that it comes out that, Xbox Series S is one Black Friday. Oh no! Not only did it win Black Friday, it also PS5.
All right.
Sir, do we get the win this time?
The console was over. Black Friday doesn't mean anything. Xbox has a new focus. How do you go from feeling that kind of way? I never saw Colt Eastwood so excited. How do you feel that kind of way and have come out now? Be, oh, well, it's not about the consoles anymore. You were giddy like a schoolgirl, jumping around, dancing, making all moves. You were jumping around. Oh, but now it's like, now it's not. It's about the device, isn't it? Really? Because they're still sending you free shit. I'm sorry. Like, really? What happened? That was only 4 years ago. What happened? And now Xbox is being outsold by a Junior Kinect baby console. As Colt will call it,
my little baby little Fisher Price plastic toy.
Yeah, that.
On their little goo goo gaga.
Yeah, well, Xbox is losing to a goo goo gaga.
And they're killer games that are it's the little Animal Crossing.
Yeah. All those are whooping that Xbox ass. Like, 5 alarms should be going off going, dude, what's going on? I need to do a show and saying, what the hell is going on over there? But no, you just don't understand. It's about everything's an Xbox. Dude, if everything's an Xbox, Xbox should have had world domination this holiday. People buying LG TVs. Xbox controllers should have been flying off the shelves to play on their phones, to play on their LG and Samsung TVs, to play with their Meta Quests, to play with their iPads. The biggest product should be the backbone, the bend over bone, whatever the hell they call that thing. Right? If everything was an Xbox, we should have seen world dominance in Xbox accessories, and there were uptick in TVs this year because of the Xbox app. Meta Quests and Xbox. Nobody gave a shit. That's how bad they are. And exactly what Laura Fryer said. When everything is an Xbox, nothing is an Xbox. They were irrelevant for the entire holiday. With no bundles, nothing that. And the best they can do is get Gaming Gandalf out there saying, we're going to celebrate next year. I can't say anything now, but we're going to celebrate next year in the next Xbox. Really? Who is lining up? If nobody wants to buy a $400 Series S right now with games on it, who is going to line up for $1,000, $1,500, $1,200, $1,300? The way RAM is going too. Like, listen, consoles will be affected probably by the RAM prices, right? But PC building and all this, like, this is like the worst time to be talking about PC gaming right now with these prices of RAM and shit affecting that stuff, because that's going to affect like you see it right now. The consoles have yet to reflect that shit, but you go look at RAM right now on shelves, it's $1,000. So it immediately affected building PCs. This got to be the worst time to talk about like bringing people to PC. Like I said, Microsoft is just bad with timing. It's the worst time. When you buy shit in bulk, like these consoles, you could probably offset some of that shit for some time. But man, I do not want to be introducing anything PC and RAM right now. And they're running to PC. That's right, Josh. They're running. The controllers would have told you, right, Jay? How Xbox did. You know what? Nobody buying that shit. Backbones. Brian Cutler, member for 5 months. He goes, been a member for 5 months. Hey, thank you so, Byron. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Now, we cannot talk about the Game Awards without talking about our Gaming Grindhouse exclusive Phil Spencer. We see you. I know it's him. The Flute Man himself. Get him in there, Phil.
Hi, gamers of the world. Flute Guy here. I'm back at the Game Awards 2025.
Woo! Go get him, Phil!
See you there.
See you there. Go.
Hi, gamers of the world. Flute Guy here. I'm back at the Game Awards 2025. See you there.
Let's go, Phil Spencer on the flute.
Do you hear the bull? He plays the flute of Phil. Every turn he makes, the melody's a thrill. With a bassoon in hand and a side flute too, dragging us along through skies of PlayStation blue. Fields are dancing wild to the sound he makes. Echoes through booty ripples in the lakes.
Phil with the wig. Get him, Phil.
Phil's all-consuming tune darkens the day. Oh, the flute of Phil, it draws us near. Notes unclear, we all fear. Wandering through the rooftops and fans wide. With Phil's enchanting tune we glide.
I can't wait. He's back, everybody. The biggest announcement of the week. The flute guy is back, also known as Phil Spencer, the flute. Nah, man, that's Phil Spencer, man, with the wig. He puts it on, he goes up on the stage, he rocks it. And then he goes in the stands and gets upset that he lost. But man, oh man, that flute of Phil. We like that flute of Phil. Jay Shell, member 32 months, he goes, tell him, Jazz. That's right. Yo, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. How do you feel one way and then all of a sudden be like, no, you don't understand. You built the whole audience on that hype, and now you're telling the same people, no, let me explain it to you again. You don't. Yo, you are fake as hell. Let me explain. No, there's no explaining. And then you're wrong for not, well, you're just a console fan. You're just a fanboy. That's what you don't understand. You're still console warring. You don't understand what I see. I see PCs and touch screens and LG TVs. You don't get it. You're still console warring. Giddy as a pig in shit 4 years ago, celebrating console sales. But now he's telling you, oh, no. You're still console warring. I'm beyond that. Oh, bullshit. You're not better than anybody else. You're a fucking fake. That's what you are. You're a fake. You're faking that. Because there's no way. There's no way you fit it that way. And then all of a sudden, now your audience, the people that come, oh, they're fanboys. They don't get it. Oh, please. And I see it all the time. You see it all over the place. These guys that like champion Xbox, that they were going to win this generation and come back because Sony was overconfident. Oh, now like, no, it's about everything. Yo. Now the audience that they built off of that is confused. That audience needs an explanation, because if they're still championing the console and anybody do, oh, no. I'm beyond that now. You're beyond what? You got nothing. That's what you got now. You got nothing. You're a shit in the wind. You're just a feather in the wind. You're like, oh, whatever Microsoft tells me now. Whatever gets me free shit. And that's what it all is. Whatever gives them the goods. Whatever keeps them with the goods. Jason Ronald come on my show. Okay, well, I got to make sure I love Xbox because Jason Ronald's going to come on my show. And that will be exciting. Yeah, exactly. That's why you come here to Gaming Grindhouse. I'm talking the same shit for 7 goddamn years. And that's why we go back and watch all the stuff that we saw and how crazy back then was saying it. You were saying it. I was saying it. Like, this is the thing. This is not just me. Like, this is not like, oh, I told you all. No. You. Look how many long people been here. Members for years, 5 years, 4 years. You believe that stuff. That's why you came knocking on the Grindhouse door. We're just sitting by the fire watching it burn. That's all we're doing. This is not me explaining it to you. I'm not explaining anything. We're all talking as a conversation because we're all equals. We all see the same shit out there and we laugh at it. I need to know where that VP's office is, dude. Yo, Satya, like, we gotta be slim. Put him in the bathroom. They put Gaming Grindhouse in the bathroom. That's what they gotta do. They said put him in the bathroom. That's what they said. The gaming vice president? Oh shit. Yo, that's too much. Put him in the bathroom. Yo, shout out to AK Do Sensible in the house with 10 VIPs. Ow! Shout out to him making more of the VIPs. We're chilling. Welcome VIPs. Shout out to AK Do Sensible. Thank you.
Welcome to Ultimate Grinders.
Get on that choo-choo train. Hell, I'm feeling wild tonight, man. Yo, we're doing it. I'm doing it too. Let's go. Let me do mine. That's it. I'm sending a train out there. You guys have been awesome tonight. Let's go. Woo! Game on, baby. I'm getting people tonight. Truth serum. It's coming. Boom. Boom. Where's that guy? It's coming. Where's that guy been? Yo, and the final thing. There you go. Thank you, Lucci, for that last one, dude. For that last one, yes. So, thank you. That was the last topic I wanted to cover here. Well, guy, everybody, hit that like button. Hit that hype video. We're ready. Hit that hype button, whatever that thing does. If it does something. I know I can't hype my own video, so I need you to hype it. Oh, shit. We just checking on. I wonder where Phil was. Did you wonder where he was? We found him. All right, we found Phil. Oh, shit. He's outside Xbox headquarters. Phil! What did you do? Phil, what happened?
Hi, buddy.
Great ass!
Oh.
Is that a deal?
No, I keep losing at deals, and I don't want to make a deal anymore. I am leaving, and you can't stop me. I'm packing my bags.
Oh, man, Phil.
Very, very calm day into this. A bump in the road comes, and she be sarcastic. I won't be coming back until Saturday when you leave. She's gonna try to stop me, but she can't run in those little high heels. Never see this face again.
All right, move on. Nothing to see here. Please disperse. Nothing to see here, please.
Oh, man, Phil, not like this. But then comes, dude, this thing. The Warner Brothers thing. That Warner Brothers and Netflix and Paramount just did a thing. There's no gaming yet in that, but we'll find out what's going on with gaming. But shout out to Zuby, because I told him I was going to cover this tonight. I even invited Zuby to come on, to get on here. But I know it's late where he is. But we'll try to we'll get Zuby here on the Gaming Grindhouse. But Zuby sent me, he sent this out today. I wanted to cover it, and thank you for reminding me of Lucci in the house. And thanks again, Lucci, for sending me that video, because that was freaking hilarious with Jason Ronald. I appreciate it. Lucci always hits with the hot DMs during the show. Who the hell's inviting me to a party? Get out of here. I'm working. We're on the Gaming Grindhouse. We're cooking. I gotta play after I cook. So, Zuby, shout out to Zuby. Zuby says I'm like the top 5% of his views of watching the shows. So shout out to Zuby, man. I'm very pleased. And thank you again, Grinders, for all that stuff. Like, your YouTube highlights sending me out. I'm like one of your top, shows that you watch. I appreciate all of it, man. Thank you so much. That is so awesome. It's so awesome seeing all the hard work that I do here with the music and the animations, the shows, the layouts, and all this other stuff, that you guys really enjoy it, and I appreciate it. So thank you again. Grindsgiving, thank you again for all that. All that support and stuff. And I'm just gonna keep grinding, man. Keep grinding, keep entertaining, keep laughing and hanging out, because that's what this is. This is just a big video game party chat. We just have fun and just talk all that crap. Let's go and have some fun and entertainment, gamer entertainment, and play some games as well. Play games, obviously, as well. Easy Tone with the 5. He goes, "Are you streaming Keely's Glaze of the Year Awards? I don't take it serious, but I do enjoy it. Also, another year with no Xbox Game of the Year noms." Shout out to Easy Tone with the 5. That's right, Easy Tone. Phil's gonna be pissed again. I don't know if they put him in the front row again. Maybe he announces something for the a new Xbox Magnus or something like that. I don't know, but I think I'm gonna stream it. I probably. Thank you, Steven Owen. Yes, top 3. I can't believe it. It's awesome. I'm probably gonna stream it, because we just it's a long night. I probably need I'm probably eat while I'm doing it, but we'll stream. I'll do it. We'll do the and then we got to do the Grindhouse Award. So I got to get the things up there, and shout out to all the VIPs coming on, because we'll have everybody vote on the things. The VIPs, I'm gonna ask for some award names. So VIPs, if you got a VIP tonight or you want to upgrade to VIP, you'll have some award columns there. So definitely you need to help me make up some of them, because I make a lot of them, but I can make some of them. I looked up last year's, and then I'm going to replay that one. Last year's, I'm going to do last year's awards. I'll do a video of that, and then we'll do the nominations and shit for this year for the Gaming Grindhouse Awards 2025. But definitely the VIPs will be creating some of those award categories. So if you got one, get ready. I'll be reaching out to you asking for help on that. But I'll be streaming it, and we'll see what it is. I'm looking for the reveals. That's what we all do. Keely knows it. Keely got us by the balls. He smuggles grapes. He got us by our grapes, because he knows where there's going to be a game announcements there, and we got to wait and watch and suffer through a bunch of commercials to watch it. So it is what it is. But shout out to the Zuby, head of Microsoft Flight Simulator, Jorg Newman, said he actually pitched. This is crazy. A PS5. This was from the interview. He pitched a PS5 version of Microsoft Flight Simulator 24 early on in its development, but he was told no by those in charge of Xbox. That don't sound like the same people that say when more people play, they all win, and everything's an Xbox, and everybody plays, we all win, and all those other things. You know, everybody should play these games. Exclusives are antiquated, as Sarah Bond said. Funny that he brought it up to their attention, and they said no. Interesting. No. Wow. Sounds a little different than the message that they spew in the media, right? Oh, exclusives are antiquated. Nobody does them anymore. That's not what they do anymore. Oh, okay. Well, why would you say no then? Oh, well, okay. When Sony eventually asked Microsoft if it would bring the series to PlayStation, Xbox finally relented. They said, here's the quote, "It was my idea, actually, with Flight Simulator 2020. We came out on PC first in August 2020. 1 year later, we shipped it on Xbox, and we found millions and millions of new fans on Xbox that had never seen Flight Sim because they were not PC gamers." Well, first off, right there, Grinders, in that sentence, right there, that is very interesting that a PC gamer and an Xbox are considered different. Oh, really? Really? You mean that the Xbox gamer is not a PC gamer and not a phone gamer and not a LG and a MetaQuest gamer like Microsoft tells you? That Phil and Sarah tell you? Like, you play everywhere, right? You play on everything, right? Excuse me, because this is your own developer countering the marketing horse shit that Satya, Phil, Sarah, Booty Cheeks all spew. All these but you play everywhere. You're not just on console, you do everything, right? Yeah. Duh. So all those Xbox guys should have played it on PC when it came out, right? Right? No, I guess not. You mean they're different? PC gamers and Xbox gamers, console gamers and PC gamers and mobile. You mean they're different categories? They're like different games? Really? So, we saw millions and millions of new people that never, because they are not PC gamers. Wow. So there is a difference. Interesting. Thank you for just telling Microsoft and Phil and Sarah that they're a bunch of horse shit, and we all know that. That everybody don't play on everything. An Xbox gamer is not a phone gamer. Oh, they play everywhere. Yeah. A lot of them thought it was great, and a lot of them stayed. Now, in 2020, it was already 120 gigabytes when we launched it as a download. In 23, installed numbers, it's 300 gigabytes. Then we had our content roadmap. There was so much new stuff that we're going to need over a terabyte. Well, thank you, Series S Booster Edition, and thank you for the Xbox ROG Ally 512 gigabyte edition that they want you to go buy for a $100 discount. You can't play Flight Sim on that thing. It's 512 gigabytes. They need a terabyte. I said we need to do something. So we decided to make Flight Simulator 24 and the concept of a thin client. Now it's 8 gigabytes. Oof, they saved the day. And instead of putting everyone on your hard drive and making it download, we put everything in the cloud. We spent a lot of time optimizing for the PS5 and making sure the controller works great. That made it possible to go to other platforms. So I proposed probably 2.5 years ago to go to PlayStation. It was probably a little bit before its time because I was told no. Wow, that would be just before the 4 games, right before Phil Spencer said Frosted Glass. Then somebody from Sony who grew up with Flight Simulator thought it would be a great addition to the Sony portfolio. They reached out proactively to our president, who then came back to me and said, "Hey, remember when we talked about the PlayStation thing a year ago? Sony is interested." Now, grind this. That sounds like somebody. Look at this. See? This sentence right here. Where is the Xbox person that does this? Anybody? Does anybody do anybody know who the Xbox person is that goes out and curates great content for their platform? Is it Gaming Gandalf? Who is it? Who is a person that goes out at Microsoft to say, hey, we don't have anything like that on our platform. Would you be able to bring that to our PlayStation portfolio? That's the curation. That's the people that go out and get Marvel token fighters made. That's the person that goes out there and gets and makes sure that Wukong works on a PlayStation. That's the person that goes out there to make sure that Baldur's Gate 3 is functioning great on a PlayStation and comes out day and date with PC. That's a person that goes out there and making sure that games work and are there at launch for PlayStation. A portfolio builder. Something we don't have. Sony went out and said, we would like that. What do you think? 2.5 years ago, Microsoft said no, because we're exclusives. That was Starfield time. And now, he says here, I think that really kicked off the whole avalanche of Xbox titles coming to PlayStation. Then we worked on it. It took a while. We had to obviously finish Flight Simulator 24, which came out a year ago. After that, we spent a lot of time optimizing PS5 to make sure the controller worked great. Ouch. Xbox guys. Remember that DualSense that everybody said nobody was going to use? Anybody? Remember? Remember it's a gimmick? Nobody using the DualSense? Remember? Who remembers? It was Sony's fault, Josh. That's right. Sony started the avalanche. Sony called up and they said, hey guys, how about putting games on PlayStation? You make some money. And Satya's like this. We'll take those games off your hand. So, and it continues. They spent a whole year making sure the controller works great. But then on top of that, they also worked on the VR execution. Two things that bots said nobody would ever use. Your first-party studios are making sure that these two things, the DualSense and PSVR 2, are getting the pristine care. Wow. Like I told you, when it goes low, it gets lower than that. I don't know how they do it, but they get to go even low. Like, not only are we putting our games on a competing platform, but we are spending our devs' time to optimize it for the controller, the DualSense, and for the VR. We hired a company called Climax Studios. We worked on them with Crackdown. I've been at Microsoft a long time, and I talked to the head of Climax, and they have a lot of experience doing PS5 work, so they did a lot of the work. The main difference between the PS5 and standard Pro is resolution. 1440p upscale to 2160 on the PlayStation, and the Pro we're at 1800p, so the resolution is quite a bit higher. The nature of the game really doesn't allow it to be constant for 60 frames. Worst case scenario, well, you better get your shit up together because PlayStation's not going to have it. We are on PlayStation right now. There is only a single device that's not a DualSense. The good news, I'll call it by the hardware makers, is that they make this a long-term commitment. For them, it's sure important that we don't make just one product, one off product, and then leave. Wow. I always say Flight Simulator is a hobby, and once you go somewhere, you're staying. Yet again, a Microsoft first-party studio, just like Halo Studios, are saying we are not a one-off, one-trick pony. We are full pony. We're not going back. Dude, they're not one-trick pony. They went full pony glaze. They went full PlayStation glaze, man. This is the second studio that it's like, oh, it's just a one-off. Phil will get them back. Don't worry. Phil knows Xbox is the place for us. Dude, these Halo Studios are now the flight sim, man. They all like this. They walking up, they're like this. They got all that PlayStation glaze going on over there. I think it's hilarious, man. Yo, what's going on? What's going on here? What we doing here? We made the decision to go expand the user base, so there's quite a few controllers in development for PlayStation. I'll take some amount of time. The number of people at Xbox that use specialized controllers has increased, and now PlayStation expected to go similarly. Now, here you go. Who's the guy at Microsoft that does this? Because I need to know. But look into this is what Sony... Not only did Sony go over there and say, we like that on our platform. It was there from the beginning. Sony was super clear. They have a very dedicated VR audience and is excited about a new VR games. And they were very clear that we would have a lot of support from that audience. Ultimately, VR is all about frame rates and making sure the comfort is there. So the bare minimum you need is 48 frames per second, and ideally, you hit 60 with dual rendering. We have things like foveated rendering, which basically focuses on where the eye is and smart ways that people have come up with to optimize this. We're pretty close, not 100% there, so we're going to spend a few more months optimizing it, and that's the real effort. So VR is not available on day one. But grinders, you see why sales matter. You see where leverage is. Sony says that they have a very dedicated audience that's excited about VR games, and they were very clear that they would have a lot of support from that audience. Do you see why sales matter? You see why these companies use the leverage of their install base to motivate developers for features and put games on their platform. Grinders, leave Arame alone. Do we have the time out? Arame is distracting from the conversation. He's doing what his job is. Tell him to take a walk and move on. Arame, stop confusing the Grindhouse. Stop talking to 360. Go watch some old ass YouTube videos. I just showed the Kinect video. Will you block? Stop coming in here talking about 360. I just showed the Kinect videos. Were you finished with the lotion? Now we're talking about how Xbox is fully PlayStation glazed. But do you see? You see the leverage when you have installed. Aaron's laughing. You see the leverage that they have. You see. You see the leverage when you have an install base that you can now walk in here and go, hey, you'll have a lot of support from our audience if you put a VR mode in there. You'd think if they sold 2 headsets, you'd think they could walk in there and say that? No. That's why people are like, sales don't matter. Sales do matter. Because that's what they use as leverage to motivate developers, to incentivize them. You're going to get support in that mode. We're looking for VR games and Flight Sim in VR. Yes. Make it happen. You'll get support from that audience. And they did it. There you go. Arame, if they have so much money, then why are they bending the knee and bending over for Sony? Sony telling Microsoft's first-party studio what they want and what they want them to do. Are you not listening, Arame? Are you not listening? How is PlayStation flexing a Microsoft first-party studio? Tell me this. It's because when you got leverage in sales, Satya come crawling to you. Satya looking up at you. Satya got that glaze in his eye. Money don't do shit. When nobody buying, you got nobody there. You're sitting on you know what they're doing? Microsoft's sitting on a mound of money that they can't spend. They're sitting on a bunch of foreign currency in a different country. They're like, oh, we got all this money, but we suck. They got the sales. Do you see what happened? You see with the balls? You see the Sony balls coming into the picture right here? You see? Because I'm reading all these quotes from a Microsoft first-party developer talking about how Sony walked in there with two big brass balls and told them what the fuck to do with Flight Sim. They said, we're going to tell you what you're going to do for PlayStation. You're going to work on that DualSense. You're going to work on our VR too. And we want it nice. We want it working nice. So you better take your time. We want 60 frames, bitch. Does this look like a $1 trillion company telling somebody what to do? Sony walked in there with two brass balls. They said, bitch, over here, first-party studio, Microsoft. This is what you're going to do now. You're going to make a VR. Because we got the audience for the VR. You're going to put it on PlayStation because we told you so. Dude asked Microsoft, and they told him no. PlayStation asked, they said, yes, sir. Where would you like it? That's what they said. He said right here, I've read the whole goddamn story like a freaking story time. You gingerbread house and cookies and hot chocolate. I'm reading the whole freaking story right now. I'm reading the story. Dude walked in there. He said, hey, let's make it for PlayStation. They said, no, bitch, get back into your office. PlayStation came over there and said, we want Flight Simulator. Satya's like, where do you want it? Anywhere. Satya crawled to their ass. He wasn't stuttering anymore. He goes, oh, PlayStation's here. And what we want VR? We want the DualSense. Get that shit cooked. Sony told Microsoft first-party studios they kicked down the frosted glass. I'm reading the story, right? These are quotes. They got foveated. Dude, this is what they've been doing. All you Xbox guys celebrating Microsoft loves Xbox. Dude, they've been working their asses off making sure this runs on PlayStation. That's right, Michael Ray. Sony got that big truck with the balls hanging off the edge. Sony, they said no to the guy. They said no to the Xbox guy. But Sony came over, they go, yes, sir. And then they said, you know what? He says right here from the very beginning, Sony, if they didn't say that they wanted to do VR, they weren't like, oh, we want to do VR. No, Sony was clear. They have a dedicated VR audience and they will have support. Do it. That's right. Herman walked in there. Herman walked in there. He's like, hi, buddy. That's right. He walked right in there. PlayStation told him what to do. I have it sitting here. It works. But it's not quite ready for prime time. We talked about putting it as a beta. Use at your own risk type of thing. But that don't seem right. Because Sony don't play that shit. See, that's a Microsoft tactic. This is a Microsoft tactic. But Sony not allowing that shit. Putting out a beta VR, use at your own risk type of thing. But Sony's not letting that. No. You get that thing ready for prime time as a full price product. We're not pulling that Xbox bullshit where you ship that version. You know, you could pull that kind of crap if Xbox had a VR.
Would you ship that?
Sony not allowing that shit. Sony, there's no fucking beta VR. There's no beta. You get that shit running at 60 frames of foveated rendering and get that shit ready, and then you put it on our product because we are charging a full price for this product, and we are PlayStation. Emphasis on the on. The French are PlayStation, the quality. That kind of bullshit right here. This is the kind of shit that Phil Spencer does. It's in Game Pass. Put it in a beta.
Would you ship that?
Put in a beta. Use at your own risk. Fucking thing. But that don't seem right. Yeah, you bet your ass don't seem right because Sony's not allowing that shit. Sony wants quality. They're like, nah. You put it out when it's ready. All right? We're not pulling no goddamn Xbox. It's a beta. Nah. Nah. That's the kind of, you see the mentality? My Phil said that's a great idea. Booty would have been like, that's great. Shit stamped. PlayStation, like, oh, the fuck out of here. You spend beautiful on the, we told you, nah, you make sure it's ready. Quality. That's right. Quality.
Stop. Enough.
No, we cooked them enough. He's like, enough. That's right, man. No, they don't pull that shit again. We put it out as a beta, just get it out there. And there it is. Today, December 8th, Flight Simulator is now on PlayStation 5.
Another one.
And there you go. So, what a way to end an epic Gaming Grindhouse show. It was awesome. I had an awesome time. Thank you, everybody, for joining into the Gaming Grindhouse. I'll leave you with some tunes to go home with. Thank you for all the new members, all the new VIPs, all the likes, the hype. Keep it coming because the Grindhouse is still cooking. You can't make this up, Marco. Those are quotes. Those are quotes. Sony went in there and said, I'm your captain of this ship now. Told the Xbox first-party studio what to do. Craziness. Easy Tone says, next year we got Saros, Wolverine, Sony, and Marvel Token Fighter. So, Grinders, it is going to be a blast, and you're going to want to be here because we're going to keep the pressure on them and ready to cook. So, Grinders, hit that like button, share it out, and let's play some Black Friday Freedom because it is holiday sales time. Oh, yeah. Hit that like, hype it up. Gaming Grind.